Heidi ho! Hello, my friends. Hi, Eve. Eve, I adore Eve. Lip lock, darling. I know I scheduled my live late, and I don't like going live when my friends are live. So you're going to wait till tomorrow? Girl, I am computer illiterate. I could not help you with anything. Hey, TT, good to see you. Hey, Lisa A. What y'all doing today? Girl, these YouTube streets have went plumb crazy. Crazy, I'm telling you. Crazy. Hey, squirrely girl. You're back to an empty house. Okay. Don't quite understand it, but okay. So, Lucy got to be popping on here, I'm sure, momentarily. But we're going to talk about, to start with, let's talk about white boy. White boy. Oh, all your company's gone. I get it now, squirrely girl. Hey, Raz. Now, you guys know my channel, Opinions and Theories with No Repercussions. I commentate on a lot of things. A lot of things. Hello, crazy chicken lady. And if you get some education out of it, then I guess that's a plus. There are trigger warnings everywhere on my channel. And fair use is a must around here, okay? Fair use. It is in my title. Effing Friday with a special guest, fair use. We love our fair use, okay? So, first off, Andrew Hiltz. You know, I got to pick at you, sir. I got to pick at Andrew a little bit here. First off, I want to thank him for being very respectful about someone who came up on his panel, and he excused that person. And I appreciate him so much for that. I'm just going to put this out here for everyone to hear, okay? My chat are very, very respectful of each other. It doesn't matter if they like each other or they don't like each other. They still respect each other while they are in my chat. Hey, Wisconsin mama. Okay. And it really takes a lot on this channel for anyone to be escorted off, I'll say. Hey, Vic, we don't do that. We don't really throw people off. And most of the time, they leave on their own. I personally do not care who innocence until proven guilty is. And I'm going to tell you why. They're respectful in my chat. They're respectful to other people in my chat. Never had an issue with that person. People can try to guess who they are. If that's exciting to you to try to figure out who a subscriber is or whatever, you go. If you got time for that, you do it, girl or guy. You do it. But that person is always very respectful in my chat. I appreciate that person for that. Okay. Andrew, you crack me up because you were going in hard about white boy being in jail. But then that soft-hearted Andrew came out. It started getting mushy in there. You start getting a little mushy. I turn my back for a minute, and I turn around, and you got his Cash App up. Or should I say his wife's Cash App. I was like, Andrew, you're so funny. You crack me up. You're just not good at drama, in my opinion, darling. Nothing personal. You know I've hung in there with you. But I was like, oh, Andrew's going to get white boy today. I thought you'd been going after him for a few days. But it was really sweet of you, Andrew, to put her Cash App up. For sure. But this is what I want to talk about, Andrew. Fair use, y'all. Get ready. Throw the trigger warnings up. Here's Andrew getting something straight, okay? Be prepared for your virginite ears. I'm just telling you. Okay, Andrew, take the stage here, darling. Like I said, watch your virginite ears.
For those who must know, okay, I never said I never wanted my son. After 5 months of his disrespect and hateful words towards me, I straight up told him I should have shot him all over his mother's ass.
Oh, Andrew. That is a wide playing field there. A wide playing field. Holy guacamole. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure about that, Andrew. Oh, Andrew. Hey, Justin. Okay. Raz says, what a pig. Andrew.
And 3 days after I said it out of anger, I apologized for my words and we talked it out. Get your fucking story straight. Disrespect towards any parent or any adult will not be tolerated. This is a short, and have a nice day.
That's a short. Okay, Andrew. Remain calm is speechless. Speechless. I was in your chat. Maybe I came in at the end. There were a few people in your chat being disrespectful. You just got to nip that in the bud from the get-go. I know his buddy's in jail. I'm getting ready to go over that, Justin. For sure. Hey, flies. We're getting ready to go over that. Now, I think I'm going to use my phone to go over the live. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to pull it up. That way I don't have anybody coming for me. Sometimes as a parent, we have to keep our mouth shut. That time you should have. Well, look, you guys. Andrew was talking to his panda bear. And I was like, Pete's back here in the corner. And I was like, Pete, Andrew's talking to a panda bear. And Pete was like, the fucking thing's stuffed. It ain't got no brains. It's stuffed. And I was like, Pete, you're a fucking airhead. How can you say anything about a stuffed panda? They're so cute. Don't do it, Pete. Don't do it. All right. Give me one moment. I am going to pull this up on my phone. Okay, hold on. I got to find it. He didn't like the way his child was acting. Well, we got to look at the parents parenting these kids. When you have complaints, look at the manufacturer. In AC, we cannot remember. We cannot forget, okay? Now, Andrew, you said this, not remain calm, that H's mom was a one-night stand. That was a one-shot thing, right? A one-shot thing. And you told the boy that? Even though you guys hugged it out later? Holy moly. I just think that's the way Andrew talks, though. I would never say that, but... All right. Let me find this. All right. I'll get ready. Hang on a minute. Hang on. There's a commercial. We got a commercial. I'm trying to get back home. Oh, it's a puppy movie. I love puppy movies. All right, hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, welcome to my low budget channel. All right, give me one moment, y'all. Okay, I got it pulled up. Let me get my books. My helpful books that I use to prop my phone up so you guys can hear it on my microphone. We have Crystal Therapy. I love crystals. And then I've got a book called 1001 Things You Always Wanted to Know About Angels and Demons and the Afterlife. This book is the bomb, let me tell you. So, anywho, white boy got put in the slammy. Oh, let me get my granddaughter's book. Wings of Fire. The Hidden Kingdom. She is into this whole series of books. All right, let's get ready for this. So, white boy's in jail. And we're going to listen to his wife discussing this. Fair use, ma'am. Fair use. And we must not forget when other individuals on YouTube ended up in jail, you had a lot to say, right, white boy? If I'm not mistaken. All right. This is Damaged Goods with No Regrets.
Jail shit, and I'm puking. Oh my God.
Sorry. Let me give a little tidbit. She was ill, and I think she still is ill. She's got gastroenteritis. So it's coming out both ends. Okay. So she's not feeling well.
Congratulations, boys. I hope you got enough wet wipes to keep your asses clean and not itching.
Okay. So she said she's sick.
Like I said,
and they went ahead and took
anyone
him
that
to
hits up
jail.
my husband's phone, I ain't getting back to you. You got my contact. Drop it all the time. That is for me to talk to his job and his job only. I don't be going through.
So I got confused because at first she said they were both sick and taking care of each other. And then he got pulled over, she said, while he was going to work. And guess what? His license was suspended. He got caught. Now she can't understand that she spoke to the officers and said, I'm ill. I am ill. Please do not take him to jail. They didn't care. She was like, hey, it might show up in a couple days. Hey, Mrs. Peacock. Hey, the mouse. So she was like, dude, in a couple days, the whole jail may be having it explode at both ends, right? And don't worry, we'll get into Mr. Doug losing his channel again, too. That's another topic for today.
Going through his shit. So there's that. So here I am, right? Yeah, seriously, I'm gonna tell y'all, it ain't some fucking shit. Some jokes. Like jokes. What up, fat? Nah, it's alright, bro. It's alright. So here's how it goes for everyone out there, all y'all out there that is lucky enough to not, what's up, Misha? How you doing, babe? Ever have been arrested before. Well, he got picked up on a VOP. No bond.
A VOP with no bond. Now, let me tell you guys something. I am not, remain calm is not making fun of this situation. Okay? As far as her being ill and him getting arrested for a suspended license. Because I'm going to tell you a story. And I don't even remember what they were even saying, why my husband's driver's license was suspended. But he was going to work one morning and got pulled over. And they ran his license. I don't know if he was speeding or he didn't use his signal when he got into another lane. They ran his license and proceeded to tell him that his license was suspended. He didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Okay. But we got that taken care of really quickly. The problem with this happening to White Boy, and if I'm wrong, someone please correct me, okay? He's on probation, right? He's on probation. So what we would think is a simple driving on a suspended license has become a much bigger deal. And now she's talking about possibly there being no bond, which is kind of weird to me. I like her heart for animals she cares for. Not saying I'm a fan of them, just love animal rescue stories. Oh, I get you, Mrs. Peacock. You're all good over here. You look, anybody in my chat knows I'm not telling people to dislike white boy and his wife at all. I don't do that. I'm not into things like that. And my heart kind of goes out to her because if she was that fucking sick, I mean, oh girl, yes, we will get into Doug, squirrely girl. Because I can.
If you want, I'll drop the link. You can call me. I feel like shit because I'm still fucking not good. I just fucking shit my brains out. Don't even give a fuck.
That's a little TMI right there, though.
Yeah. So they do
what's
the
a
whole
VOP,
bullshit.
Sassy Ann?
I got me, I got the fucking bondsman on deck just in case.
Is that violation of probation? Whatever. Thank you, Lucy Cat. That's what I thought.
Good, right? I know he probably ain't gonna get a bond, but I gotta have it all set up right and ready. She's ready to run to the fucking jail. I get a text from his phone. It's right, no bond. And he said $150, meaning $1,500, 10%, $150.
Wow.
All right, cool, bet.
150.
Text her. She's headed to the jail. She's like, nah. He processed, but they ain't let him out. What up, Brian? I was like, fuck. He fucking called me back. He's like, fucking revoke my bond. Because, pink. That's right. It fucking pinged in the system. Probation.
So, correct me if I'm wrong here. Wasn't he on probation for, wasn't he on probation for, was it selling something to undercover police? Or or was that something else? Hey, Selena. Oh, you don't know who he is, Vic? Woo, girl. Oh, I don't know. You're a girl, right, Vic? Yeah, you're a girl. Okay. I haven't even checked to see if Benny's even talked about this. Because I can guarantee you. Well, I can't guarantee you. But after what he did when Benny went to jail, I can tell you all the cards are off the table on that. For sure.
Probation. So there's that beautiful thing called the Whitman Act. Yeah. So no worries. So I got him. I'm gonna hold it down. So yeah, that's what it do.
No, I remember when he called the jail, when Benny was in the jail.
Whitman Act.
And said some of the stuff he said.
First appearance today. Which one might be at? It's his bond hearing. Thank you, babes. Of course, they're probably going to say no bond, which means he got to go on Monday for first appearance. But
if this guy hasn't been in trouble since he's been out,
probation officer,
and he's just on probation,
write up a document.
You know, do you think it's kind of harsh that they bust him out for driving on a suspended license when he was going to work?
With that, how it goes. I only know that we gotta wait. Man,
because sometimes when someone loses their license like that, the judge can give them, grant them a special license to drive back and forth from work, right? Well, I don't know what state he lives in because I don't watch him that much either, Sassy Ann. I don't watch him that much either. So I don't know what state they live in, if marijuana is legal or not in that state. Because I really haven't watched them like that either, for sure.
So when you pick up on a VOP, they go back to your original charges, right? So at the least, he may get bond today. Not likely. If he don't get bonded today, which, like I said, not likely, we got to go on Monday, which chance the judge might be like, "I blah blah blah, let him out."
Benny Keys, if you're listening, come over here and tell me about this. Benny talked about what white boy got arrested for to start with. And don't get me wrong, but I thought it had something to do with the pills that people use to do inappropriate things to women. If I'm wrong, please forgive me. But oh, Janet, are you praying for Doug? Well, you sweet little thing, you.
Or we get to go in fucking 2 to 4 weeks for the revocation hearing, where we get to find out what the judge is going to do.
That's called getting put in jail for not doing right. Wisconsin Mama, thank you for saying that, because I wondered.
The judge don't have.
That's what I wondered. Wisconsin Mama said some PO officers can be tough, but there could be more reason why why he was actually taken to jail, in her opinion. And thank you for putting in my opinion on that. You know, I love IMO. Mrs. Peacock, there are a lot of people don't like Benny. But Benny and the Jets.
I have to give him 364 days behind the wall, which is what his original charges call for. That's right, motherfuckers. 1 fucking goddamn day short of a motherfucking year.
Wow, language.
If.
Yeah, revocation violation, Wisconsin Mama.
If the
What's that mean to you?
Lenient, whatever. It could be nothing. A couple months. It could be he get out. I don't fucking know. It could be he just do the 2 to 4 weeks, right? If we don't get him out on Monday. What up, boo? Yeah, I'll let you know. Don't worry, I got you, fam. In fact, Josh, text me though, because I got like 3 numbers for you. Anyway, so yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Because I fucking was too sick to bring my husband to work. He got picked up. Now the cop's like,
now wait a minute.
How far are you from here? I'm like,
if she'd been driving him back and forth from work, whose car was he sitting in when he was making those videos? Remember the Nana's Angels videos? Right? Whose car was he sitting in when he was making those? Inquiring minds want to know. While he was on lunch. White boy also talked about Wiccan witches casting spells on him, right? That's what I kind of took from it. Karma bites you in the ass, and when it does, it will take a big chunk out of it. Karma is real, people. I mean, real to me. Sounds like they revoked his probation. He may have to spend 364 days in the county jail. Well, Vic, we'll find out about Doug. Doug is not on Remain Calm's priority list right now. We all feel some type of way about Doug.
Where are you from here? I'm like, 2 minutes in a car. I'm sick as fuck. I smoke. I got shit for cardio, bro. I don't run. Like if I break the law, I ain't running to my house.
Hey,
Fuck that shit.
Cher.
Got me here. I ain't gonna put up a fight. Take me in, guys. Let's go. Round up. Nah, let's go. I don't run. Am I? Yeah.
I'm a
what
witch
I see
too,
you.
for
I see
sure.
you, girl. Are you texting? Because I'm not looking at my phone. I'm just chilling here with y'all. Yeah, nah, it's good. It's good. It's good. I got.
Hey, Cher, you know what's going on with Doug? You want to come up and talk about it? Girl, we could probably rock the house. Karma bit him in the ass. So we'll just see what happens.
Cross. I mean.
Yeah,
Hi,
Doug
Frank.
lost
You
his
been
channel again,
You
Cher.
all been there? I got a fever. I feel like shit. But it is what it is. So because I just let him go. I don't want him to get sick. And I wanted to try to make sure he got to work and whatever.
Okay,
he
I'll
could-
drop
he
you the
could
link,
stayed
Cher.
home, and of course, hindsight, 2020 ran all that
I'll
fuck
give you
shit.
10 minutes.
It is what it fucking is.
We're just talking about
But my
whatever
husband's now in county.
drops
So-
our fancy today.
I didn't feel good yesterday. I still don't feel good. But I'm sitting here like, now I ain't trying to go on fucking YouTube, right? I ain't trying to be on YouTube talking about this shit. Because one, it ain't no one's goddamn business. What happened to my family, my husband.
Then
going to
why
jail
are
and
you
shit,
on
right? It ain't no
YouTube?
one's business. Just like what happens in your house at home ain't no one's business. And then you're like, there's these bottom dwelling scum sucking motherfucking leeches. They crawl up the back end of a cow, slither their way into the asshole, and suck shit for oxygen and information. That's right, Florida Strangler. Girl,
He does have a sense of humor.
And you're 10 foot
I
tall.
dropped the
fucking
link, Cher, if you
string
want to take
bean who
it.
fucking makes goddamn videos wearing fucking pajamas like a fucking
Wow,
moron,
she is
talking about
saying the
sucking
Lord's
goddamn
name in
Hitler sucking
vain
dick. Yeah, him
a
too,
lot.
fucking suck a dick, hoe. Both y'all
Oh my
motherfuckers that slow.
goodness.
Crawling a goddamn hole. Y'all motherfuckers be out here trying to talk shit, start shit, right? I gotta come out here and tell the fucking truth before y'all.
Really? She said she didn't want to bring her shit on YouTube. Okay, Cher. Didn't want to bring the shit to YouTube, but she brought it to YouTube. Doug isn't for RC channel, but it's not good. We're just talking shit today, y'all. Today is a remain calm fucking Friday. Talk shit however you want to today. Sometimes we just have to release that negative energy. Okay? Today we're just releasing the negative energy. She did that because she wanted to get ahead of the game before we all seen it and posted it. Exactly, Cher. And this is the thing. I'm telling you guys, if you never watched how he went in hard on Benny when Benny went to jail, did he not think people weren't going to say anything about this? And if you didn't want to bring it to YouTube, then don't bring it to YouTube. How did they find out? How did somebody from YouTube find out to start with? Because somebody said, right? I would be banned from YouTube altogether. Girl. All right, let's listen to just a little bit more of this. And then maybe I'll read some of the comments. Okay, wait. Oh my gosh, did I mess it up?
Ever feel like you could be getting more?
Or
for
does
your
she have a
wildest period?
commercial in there?
If there's one thing the Stanford prison
Oh,
experiment
wait, I
tells us,
messed it
is
up.
that you don't need to
Hold
be
on,
crazy.
y'all. You know my low budget channel. Who's the lovely lady speaking? I don't know. Do you hear somebody speaking besides me? Yeah, she was really blowing up the using the Lord's name in vain. I think I got really mad one time and said that like one time, and I was like, Lord, please, please forgive me. All right, you guys, let me pull it back up. Give me a moment. Sorry, it took me a second.
Like a fucking
I'm here,
moron,
Lucy Cat.
talking
Knock,
about
knock.
Sucking goddamn Hitler's fucking dick. Yeah, him too. Go fucking suck a dick, hoe. Both
What?
y'all motherfuckers die slow. Crawl in a goddamn hole. Y'all motherfuckers be out here trying to talk shit, start shit, right? I gotta come
Wow.
out here and tell the fucking truth before y'all talk shit and spread rumors and lies.
There wasn't
Yeah,
no
fucking
rumors.
Fuck you.
Was
cunt.
there rumors
Nah, yeah,
already?
fucking edit that goddamn fucking mugshot. Fucking Lee County bitches holla. Ain't shit from where I come from. Fuck this goddamn county. I ain't never fucking had to be put behind a fucking wall. Got no goddamn bond except for twice. Because my stupid goddamn ass gun fucking broke the goddamn law in the middle of fucking night.
Wow.
And that shit, I sure as fuck had to go
She's
to
going
the
off.
next day first goddamn appearance. Sure as fucking shit had to do that. What up, traders?
Why?
Yes.
This is the
So
thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
she
yeah,
needs
that's
some
only 2
soap.
times I had to fucking be put overnight to go
Yeah,
to fucking
she's
goddamn
mad. I
first
can
appearance
get
for
her
goddamn
being
dumb
mad.
Because I'm a fucking dumb motherfucker. Don't be a dumb motherfucker, y'all.
But I don't
Fuck that. Fuck the
think.
docs. I've been doxxed. People be out there be like, oh, what happened to someone? Fuck them. Ain't no one coming to my house. I wish a motherfucker would.
What?
Sick bitch. I don't give a fuck. I wish a motherfucker would. Don't fucking play. I fucking
Wow.
wish you would. I ain't the goddamn one.
Yeah, that happens a
I'm
lot.
fucking sitting here
They take it
this bullshit
out
I feel
on
like bullshit.
YouTubers.
So them
It's
bullshit-ass
supposed to be
motherfucking
his
dumb
wife,
cunts
Justin.
don't fucking
Is
beat
who
me
it's supposed
the
to be.
goddamn chase with their bullshit lies. So what's up?
Oh my
Y'all got any
goodness.
questions? Anybody wanna? What up, Cheeks? Cheeks in the house. Yeah, of course, this is fucked up. This county, they be doing shit all fucking different, man.
This
They
is my
keep people,
opinion, you guys,
like,
and
for every goddamn thing over here.
you guys tell me if this makes sense. I don't think her going on YouTube and talking about the county she lives in like that, they, I know a lot of people would say that that wouldn't be taken out on her husband, but I kind of beg to differ. There's barely any class left in this community. Well, I don't know about that, Cursed. I think some of us still have class. I hope I still have a little bit of class. I'm going to make a t-shirt that says Jesus loves it when I curse. Yeah, I don't follow White Boy either. Oh, here we got Cher. What's up, girl? I can't hear you, but what's up, girl?
How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Is
now?
something wrong? Is that really you, Cher? I don't think
Yeah.
that's you.
No, it's me.
Oh, okay. I can't hardly hear you.
Okay. I'm gonna hop down and I'll try and join from my phone instead.
Yeah, I can't. For some reason, I can't hear you. And I've got my sound up. Oh, she dropped off. Maybe she'll get it fixed. I don't think that I would get on YouTube and bash the county that I live in. Um, I think I would be a little bit concerned that that might get misconstrued with people who are um, watching some things on YouTube. Okay, Cher. But if he's got a, if they, yeah, she does have definitely potty mouth. She has no sense of integrity. She needs to stay offline about her husband breaking the law. Hey, Blue Eyes Dumplings. Well, I mean, I really didn't hear people dogging on him in the background. What's up, Cher?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. I was trying to join from the computer, but
Well, what do you think about this shit?
oh my gosh. Well, I mean, first of all, I see everyone saying hello in the chat. Hello. Hi, Justin. Hi, everybody. So, all right. Well, I woke up this morning and already was excited for the text I got from Justin, but to hear about Doug too, I mean, that's just karma, I
I
guess you could
I don't
say.
even know how Doug even got back on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know how these people that supposedly get banned go about it. And quite honestly, I just have found that I really just need to just not watch certain people.
Right.
People send me clips and that's enough. I'll just watch the clips. But I just, at this point, garbage in, garbage out, out of sight, out of mind. I feel as though they're contributing anything valuable to any case that they discuss. It's always just about harassment upon others. And so for me, they don't matter in true crime. So out of sight, out of mind, and keep pushing forward. But yeah,
This is what got me about White Boy, and I'll tell you my story with him. He was doing a Q&A with Dawn, and I went in to chat and ask a question, and it was supposed to be a Q&A for everyone. And immediately the question it wasn't even a bad question that I was asking Dawn, and he immediately attacked me and was like, get her out of here and all this other stuff.
yeah,
Then he decided that it was only people who thought they were guilty could ask questions. But then he starts saying, okay, Cher and Benny, and he named a couple other people. If you all got something you want to say, come up here. And in my mind, I went,
who said that? White Boy Radio?
yeah. And I
Yeah,
was
no,
like,
I have nothing to say to him because here's the thing. He treat you like that. He treats women very poorly. And the thing is, he can talk shit about me all he wants and how I deal with Dawn Wells or Summer's case. I am totally blunt with Dawn. I don't understand what everyone's problem is because I tell Don how I feel. If I think he's lying, I say he's a liar. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
there's no
and
sugarcoating it with Don.
yeah,
Now, at the same time, yeah, I do defend Don. There's certain roles I have to play. I think everybody already knows that.
right.
But don't shit on me for doing, like, if Don has a problem with me, cool. Don can have a problem with me. I don't know who Matt is and I don't care. I bring it all the way back to the point where, like, people can feel whatever they want. Sorry, Justin. and I'm not going to bash her right now, but Molly Golightly. I knew
Right.
then that they weren't good people because they quick turn around. Oh, Molly's taking pills from me and blah, 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 blah. And she loves her Xanax and da, 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 da. And okay, we all had our
Exactly.
fun and gave Molly shit for that. But here's the thing. That does not make him look good.
Right.
You're the one going out there giving away your prescriptions to other people to try and make friends so you can later then stab them in the back. Like we all
Exactly.
knew that was always going to happen,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know?
that's one thing I've always said about you, because just watching you and Don's rapport, um, and you probably stated this before, and I think I might have said it before. You and Don had a relationship where he would get mad at you, and and you guys wouldn't talk, and he'd be wanting to call you, and
Mhm.
even if you hadn't talked to him in a week or more, he would always call you.
Here's the thing. When he was in jail, I knew someone was controlling his letters in and his communication because I was always in communication with him. And I know for a fact that he did get one of my letters because within 12 hours of the letter I sent him, some issues at that time happened between him and Don and with the whole phone situation.
Right.
And so, yeah, I knew it was being controlled. But when he got out, I told everyone the only reason he does not contact me now is because I changed my phone number from
Right.
my Minnesota number to a Canadian number, and Don didn't have it. I went and did a live one night, and I knew it was going to piss him off. And since he didn't have my number, he went and hit up my husband's Facebook Messenger. And
Right.
I told Mark, I said, send him my new phone number, and I promise you it's 10 seconds before he's calling me. I shit you not. It was shocking how quick. Like my husband barely tapped the send button and he was already blowing up my phone. So I know it was a control thing. People have tried to stop us from talking. And to me, that's silly because if you're trying to stop us from talking so that you're afraid I'm pulling information or I'm going to pull information, innocent people shouldn't worry about that.
Well, let me tell you,
Don
and
has
I
also always told me, Don has always told me that if I hear anything that is effed up in any way or sounds crazy, that is my job to report it. That's what Don has told me from day one.
yeah, and I caught on to that really quickly, that you did not hesitate to report things that you felt should be reported
Mm-hmm.
from the get-go. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing I've always said also, people don't understand the mind fuck that you were going through with Dawn and Candace. I
Still going
mean,
through.
that is fucking craziness right there.
Yeah,
And
it's for everybody. It's mine fucking all of us. You, me, my husband, Justice for All, Molly Golightly. There are certain people who are in this, I feel, for the right reasons, no matter how much I might dislike someone, no matter how much I don't get along with someone. And here's the thing, I actually have always had kind of a love-hate thing, I'll say, for Molly Golightly. I don't
right.
always agree with a lot she does, but I have to say I do think that she has good intentions. I
Yeah,
don't
I
think that
thought she
she's
did too.
I do. Now, I also she's sorry, Jocelyn. She's a big personality. I think that's the nicest way I can say it, but a lot of us are, and I think that's where we bump heads. A lot of us have a big personality.
Right.
And when you get us all together like that, shit is going to happen, and we don't all have the same ways of doing things, but a lot of us, I think since Nana's Angel's passing, um, I think that is opening people's eyes that YouTube bullshit, drama, and beef is it's just not worth it. It doesn't mean nothing. And what is supposed to mean something is actually trying to get somewhere in these cases.
Right.
I want to actually help. Justin actually wants to help. Molly Golightly, I believe, actually wants to help. I think she also wants a successful channel, but we're all lying to ourselves and everybody if we all say we don't want that also. We don't go
Exactly.
on YouTube and be like, "Oh, I hope nobody watches me or listens to what I have to say." We don't put our extra time, even the extra time we don't have. A lot of us are running around with jobs or they have little kids at home still today and they're juggling their home life and this, and it has taken over all of our lives. All of our lives have been just taken over. How can it not? We look at our own kids, we see summer. We look at kids at maybe Walmart. We see summer. We can't walk by anything Paw Patrol without thinking about summer, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. And when I started my channel, because I had been around for a long, long time, and I promised myself that I wouldn't put her name in titles when I wasn't specifically speaking about her. And I
Mhm.
tried to live by that. And it's just really weird. When I started talking about things, I really didn't think anybody was going to pay attention to anything I was saying. I
Mhm.
really didn't. And I was just shocked yesterday. They were like, "You're up to 700 subs." I don't watch my sub count. I really don't.
Right. I watch
Um,
myself lose all the time, but I cannot focus on that. If I worried about subs, I'd hop on the bandwagon of what the popular opinion is.
right.
If anything, I put myself in shit all the time, but I honestly, I just have to follow what my own heart and gut is leading me to do, whether people think that it makes me a witch or a bitch or a flip flopper. I have to be okay with that.
Right.
I can only make the moves that, in my mind, my heart, my soul, is the right moves to make. And I make every move in hopes that we can make a difference.
Right.
And if
Right.
people notice too, I didn't come on the scene just trying to keep Don to myself. In fact, my very first time even having him on, I brought up everybody, even people I knew that didn't really like me, like Chasing Truth and everybody. It was always about trying to collab different minds together.
Yeah, definitely.
And people have to understand too that you don't get close to Don and Candace, at the beginning. I'll be honest, and Don knows this, and they've said it very publicly. How do you be their friend? You be their friend, you fight their battles, you do this and that. So yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, there's one thing I absolutely noticed about Dawn and Candace from the get-go was the statements that they continuously made. Be our friend. If you would
Yeah.
meet us personally, you would feel a totally different
Yeah,
way.
but we're not trying
Um,
to be their friend. And Don and Candace, I know you listen to this channel. We don't care really about being your friend. Like, I'll always be there, whether guilty or innocent. I've told Don that because, again, for me, these cases never end when somebody is in jail. It just doesn't end there in real life,
exactly.
and it doesn't end there for me. And I will continue talking to people as long as they continue talking to me. Why wouldn't I?
Well, one thing I always try to do on my channel, and I do try to uh, live with this: opinions and theories with no repercussions. And when I go over, because everybody knows that, in the beginning, I didn't keep videos and stuff. I transcribed everything.
Mm-hmm.
So when I do try to go over it, I and I always say this, I'm not a Dawn and Candace fan because I literally have people who come for me if I try to talk about maybe what Candace went through when she was younger and things that Dawn went through when he was younger. I can
Mm-hmm.
have empathy and sympathy for certain parts of their life. Do you get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And that's why I always tell people I cannot sit up here and say that these people are guilty of anything We have no proof.
We have no proof, right? And I mean, yeah, that's just it. We're most of us, there are some that only care about the money, the clout, and all of that. And for me, those people should just not be in true crime. However, true crime, there is money in true crime. Not so much today as once upon a time, but there is. And they think that bullying people who touch these cases is a way, but in a roundabout way, they want to call us all tragedy pimps, whatever, but they're doing the same thing. See, what they do is they'll target you or I or Justin or anybody, and then that's their way of hashtagging Summer Wells or Don Wells and getting in on this. But even though it's
Well,
just really to bully and not really actually do anything in the case, it's
and Doug sets up a great example of that. Doug attacked anybody
everybody. Yes. Yep.
who had information that maybe he didn't have,
Well,
or-
he's just disgusting. All right.
especially if he was talking to somebody specific and they were to speak to somebody else who had a channel, he would be pissed. It would really piss him off.
And that's the thing. We can't be jealous. Here's the thing. We should want these people talking, right? I can't be jealous if Don's calling up just or Prayer Garden, whatever. I honestly don't care about that. I know
Right.
everyone and their mom thinks I do. I don't. Because the main thing is having suspects, witnesses, and all that continue talking. So I love that. And I know a lot of people prefer or think that I preferred that he didn't talk to Chris McDonough, and that's not true either. Now, Chris McDonough has said some crazy shit, like Canada's about to get lit up with warrants, and kind of made up some lies about me, but
I don't
he
get
is a YouTuber. We all defend ourselves, right? It is in human blood. But I have to say that love Chris McDonough or hate Chris McDonough, he's brought a lot to the table that is useful, that is interesting, and that we wouldn't have seen otherwise.
Right.
And I think also I was a little bit upset with Chris McDonough's coverage because I thought he on purpose was trying to get people sympathetic for Candace, and that did make me angry, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I guess you can look at it like that. One thing that I always did say,
it made me feel more sympathetic for her.
Right. And I've said this before, Candace willingly let him up on the hill that day. And she didn't have to do that. Right?
No, she didn't. No. And she didn't say, like, come here in an hour, give me time to, like, pick up. She brought Chris McDonough in there completely raw like that, which I was shocked. I was shocked.
Well, that's about the only thing I say about him.
But that's not on Chris McDonough. That they knew why he was there. They allowed that, and people don't like that he did that. And right is right and wrong is wrong. Whether I completely agree with someone or not, I give props when I could
not believe him going on daisies and talking the way that he did. That blew my mind. Dawn.
Okay, yeah, I was very upset. Well, that didn't blow my mind because I knew that he was looking for someone to allow him to do that, because I denied that.
Right.
And I don't give a shit what he's telling Daisy. Like, I can prove, like, he wanted to do that show with me. Absolutely freaking not. And not just because, okay, well, I would be knowingly setting up an attack on Mary. Yes, I heard all the hate. Well, you've allowed him to attack his sisters on your channel before. Yes, that has happened, but never ever was that the plan. Things come up, shit happened, and I am not proud about half the shit that has been out there, you guys, but I can't change it.
Yeah, you can't.
It's out there.
That stuff.
And if you look back, I actually did try to keep a lot of the fuckery off my channel, but some of it I couldn't. Before he went to jail for the while he did, it started getting harder to be able to confine that because they started calling me, well, Mark was live and you could hear the fighting in the background, and like things started to slip and I couldn't hide it anymore. But I was the one at first like, Dawn, take a shower before you come on my channel. Please put on a clean
Right.
clothes, throw your hair in a ponytail, look decent. Because I wanted it to be taken seriously.
Right. Right. Yeah, I knew you did that. I've even said that on my channel before, that you told him, put a dress shirt on and,
Yep.
Get a grip on yourself there, and, try to be serious. But I think what happened, a lot of these YouTubers, I'm not going to call anybody out by name, they loved when they could get Don fired up. They loved when they could get him drinking.
Yes.
You
And
know,
they planned for that stuff.
yeah,
Yep. They
and
absolutely planned.
and
Daisy,
they
shame on
loved it.
Daisy, knew what that show was all about. She's like, well, we talked beforehand. I told them to pray about it. I'm going to tell you, me and Don had the conversation, probably almost word for word, the same conversation that he had with Daisy. And it went something like this. You know what? Oh, another victim? Ah, ha, ha, ha. That is just lies, lies, lies. You know what? I'm not sure that YouTube has been much of a help, but you know what, Cher? Nah. Excuse this next part. Fuck Mary, fuck Jeannie, fuck the lies. I'm done, and I'm fighting them back. I'm gonna fight them. Okay, Don, do you want me to get a show ready? Yep, I am gonna fight Mary, and Mary's nothing but a beep, beep, beep. Mary does beep, beep, beep. And guess what? You know what? Mary wanted it. Like, oh, fuck. Now here's
Yeah,
the difference. I said, hell no, I'm not gonna allow that. I was really hoping no one else would allow that, because if you are friends with Candace and Don, I don't believe that anyone would think that is going to make them walk away
look good.
looking any better.
Exactly.
And even if you're not friends with Don and Candace, well, you just threw more bullshit on top of Summer, Moon,
Yep.
Utah, Wells. That was not helpful at all for someone who claims there's so much for Summer. That told me everything. And it had nothing to do with Don. Oh, you're just mad you didn't do it on your channel. No, Daisy, I'm not mad I didn't do it on my channel. If I wanted it done on my channel, it would have been done on my channel.
Exactly. Well,
Like,
this is what got me, and I kind of knew the type
she knew
of
exactly what was going to happen. Yes.
I knew
yes,
what
yes.
type of creator that she was, but when she allowed the bullshit that happened between Smiley and Candace to happen on her channel, I was like, that shit was set up to me. I felt
Yeah.
that whole fucking thing was set up. I really did.
See, Daisy could have taken a whole different approach like I did. You know what, Don? We're not going to do that. You know why, Don? Because that's not helpful for your daughter. Unless what they have to say is useful in your daughter's disappearance, are you going to tell me, Don, that anything your sisters are bringing forth with these charges, does it have anything to do with Summer's disappearance? Now, if you all noticed or heard, I didn't get exactly an answer to that, did I? But
I think it's pretty fucking ridiculous, in my opinion, that you're like a go-to person to complain about everything that you've done.
right, but they don't know
know.
what I'm doing on the side. They have no idea what I'm really doing. They have no idea that I denied that show because I have some morals, whether people believe it or not. And they have no idea that I continued to do in my heart some more right steps after that, which I won't say
Well,
because
I
I don't
mean,
need to. But
from
I
the
took the proper steps, which I believe Daisy should have done instead of allowing that to happen. Again, not even trying to throw any shade on Dawn or Candace, because I think they both have to know deep down that does not make them look good. All it basically did was continue confessing to it.
Exactly. Yeah, it didn't make Dawn look good at all. I mean, even when I replayed it, I did it on my phone, and I think I did it on my phone. And by the time I was done, I was literally sick to my stomach. I was like, that's not a good look here. Not a good
Yeah.
look at all. But then again, she acts like that they're all best buddies because she's known them for a few months, and I'm like, are you serious?
Well, then I'm their best fucking friend. I mean,
Right.
Candace told Don and I to go get married, so.
I don't, you know what? She was always jealous of all these YouTubers, and I could never really understand that, because it's not like you guys were personally seeing each other.
She booted me off the panel because she couldn't handle my questions, which is bizarre to me because I don't think they were hard questions. But the fact you rage booted me tells me a lot too. You aren't doing the
Exactly.
right thing for Summer. Sorry, you're not.
Exactly. I haven't seen anything, and it pisses me off
Oh, sorry
because
to interrupt, but people are saying that I asked Christine to get down because I'm afraid of her. I actually asked Christine to get down because I had zero issues with Christine and I didn't want any. Trust me,
right,
I am not afraid of people on YouTube, and I have numerous times walked into the lion's den knowing that I have 10 people up on a panel that all hate my guts, and I still pop up. I am not
exactly,
afraid. I just had
exactly.
no issues at all that I know of, or any beef with Christine ever in the past that I can even think of. So I asked her, do you mind please getting down? And it was honestly a one-on-one between me and Daisy. I felt like that,
Right.
you know.
Well, I did the same thing when I had a creator, I'll say, try to come at me over some bullshit, accusing me of causing chaos in Summer's case, and it fucking pissed me off. So I was like, here I am. You got something to say? I mean, that was craziness. Finally, I did a live and I was like, fuck you. Fuck you. Um, if you want to see that live that I did, I'll show it, but you don't fucking come and try to attack me like that. That was bullshit. And if I wouldn't have stood up for myself with that person, um, that would have went on forever. It would have just kept going. It was just stupid bullshit. And
Yeah.
I'm like, don't ever accuse me of causing chaos in Summer's case. That shit ain't gonna fucking
You know
fly.
what? We are all guilty of that. I'm being honest, me included, but not on purpose. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's chaos happens. And
Well, the
somebody
thing about
said
it,
in the chat that Don and Wells, blue-eyed dumplings, that Don and Wells kind of make their own bed. They make themselves look terrible. And
they do.
I understand that. And they do, because Don should never have done the show he just did. He said it all before. We didn't even hear anything new either. Like, she allowed him to go up just to specifically, she knew
Attack
exactly what was
Mary
going to
and
be said.
them.
Yeah. And to
Yep.
me, that was just, everybody is all wrong. A white boy in jail now is funny because love or hate Benny. Like, I have love for Benny. My husband has love for Benny. Some people don't know Benny like
That's
I know
karma.
Benny. It is karma, because everyone wants to live stream when he's in trouble and going through his shit. And you know what? I'm not, just because I love someone or call him my family does not mean that I'm always okay with all of their behavior or their actions. But we're all adults, and I'm not even in the same state or country as most of the people, and I cannot control a grown man. I don't control my grown ass husband. I can't control who I say my brother Benny. I can't control, like, I don't do that. I don't People who love me or my friends, or even just like me a little, don't always agree with my behavior and my actions either.
I'm really big on, when I talk about anything, telling my chat, if you guys don't agree with me,
Exactly, Justin.
I appreciate you guys for not agreeing with everything that I say.
Yeah, we
You know,
disagree from time to time, you and I. We don't always be on the same page, but we have never been rude to one another.
no, never, never. There's no reason for it. We're all adults.
Right.
And
And Nana's Angel's passing really got me thinking. And, I really believe she had a hand in Justin and I speaking today, because I woke up shortly after her passing. And I remember right away, I don't know what it was, but I wanted to reach out to Justin. I went to his 2 channels, tried to find an email. I can't remember if I left him a comment on something like, can you email me? But I don't think I did because, yeah. But anyways, and it was probably within the same 24 hours, I had an email from Justin.
Right.
And it got me thinking, like, Nana's Angels and I'm not going to say her real name. I know some know it, but I won't say it. But
Right.
we
Girl, me and
had
her.
some issues because of YouTube, and it wasn't ever anything serious. And unfortunately, she didn't pass with me and her being on. I didn't say nice things to her before she passed. I'm going to cry again. But
Oh, don't cry.
that fucks with me every day when I log on to YouTube and
Well,
I see that.
let me tell you something about
Wait, let
Nana.
me finish because it's
Okay.
hard.
Okay.
But like what Justin emailed me that day, really, thank you. I needed that, and it will change and has changed. Like, I don't want that. A lot of shit that happens on these streets is not. It's just silly bullshit. It should never
Yep.
go through real life.
Yeah.
And I know that I don't want to hear that another person on here passes away and maybe I called them a psycho bitch or what the hell are
Yeah.
you doing? Like, I
Right.
just am not okay with that. So I got to change my thinking,
Just the
my
way you
behavior,
look
my
at
actions.
things.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, see, I did the same thing because, um, you know, me and Nana's Angels also conflicted there. Uh, and thank goodness another person when Nana and I were really strong in our friendship actually called me out of the blue. I had not talked to this person in a long time, and she was around at the time when me and Nana were really good, and she was talking to me about those times, and I was so appreciative of that, that
Mhm.
somebody could remind me that we were really good at one time, and
Yeah.
it made it so much better for me that that happened, and
Yeah.
I appreciate that person so much. So I get where you're coming from on that.
And my
I
husband
really
says all
do.
the time, like, would it really be like that if we were all in person? Maybe we were all like at a restaurant sitting down breaking bread together. Me, you, Justin, Molly Golightly, shit, Dolly Vision, I'll even say, but nah, I probably wouldn't really get along with him. But you guys know what I mean. I think if we were all in the same room having a meal and actually like in person talking, I really honestly feel like we would all get along.
I
If
think so too.
online is just so crazy and people get bigger balls because we are in a computer screen or we are thousands of miles away from each other,
That's
and
right.
and so we feel comfortable being assholes and bitches to one another, and it's
Well,
I
and
gotta change that.
I let me tell you, I'm really big on, people coming into my chat. I don't care if they fight like cats and dogs on a different channel. My chat is for everybody. I don't like people coming in and attacking anybody in chat.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
I
Justin, you're so sweet.
I so much a lot of the times I don't do the drama. I'm not really good at it because I try to look at people as human beings and different things that they may be going through and stuff. But don't get me wrong, like now, I was like, everything's up in the air. Let's just talk about fucking everything, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Um,
And I like that. I think um we all, I think, do love a little drama. I think it's in many people's blood and it's human. That's why
right,
reality TV is a thing like that. We do, but and I think it also is a little bit okay as well. I do, but
right,
just there is lines, you guys, and especially in children cases, especially Summer, she needs us to put that shit aside and be Real. We
Exactly.
have to act and behave from our hearts now, because it's been 27 months almost of this fuckery.
It's been too
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
It's
And
been way too
we
long.
all need to, um, in Summer's name, and we've all said it, many people have said it, but I do feel a shift in many people. And you know what? I felt the shift since Nana's passing, and I believe it's her.
Right.
You know, guys, how I'm very spiritual in my thinking and
Well,
beliefs.
I was really surprised that Don even mentioned her. I knew that he had talked
Yeah,
to her
it,
a few times and stuff, and
privately, that did fuck with Don. I'll tell you guys. I know what he's saying publicly is not sitting well with people, but I will tell you that I did hear actual Candace and Don, I'll say actually, and okay, I did hear them both, in my opinion, feel the pain from that.
right. I think we all did. Um, it was very sudden. And look, I even got a little upset with Ziggy. I'll say Ziggy's name when she did a live immediately and talking about, oh, this could have been this and this could have been that. And but then I thought, well, that's just bad taste. She did it, whatever. It wasn't my channel, and I usually don't try to um give my 2 cents on how somebody runs their channel or how they get their money or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
just not me. I just don't do that.
As
But
far as the money situation, you're silly to not take what YouTube offers you, because
exactly,
it's not even half of what
exactly.
we make. Now, it's offered to us. Why would we not
Not take
take
it.
it? Even
That's
if
what
you
I've always
want to
said.
take it and you don't want to pay your own bills with it, take it then and give back to your community with it. That's
Exactly.
what I say. Like, don't hate on people for the money. Now, I don't really love the all-time scrolling Cash App and stuff. I do it
Right.
once in a while. I do not do that a lot, like a bunch. But I will say that it's not like they're sitting there demanding people cash at me right now or I'm not going live, or holding a
Right.
gun to someone's head. It's just there if somebody wants to do it from the goodness of their own heart. And I honestly don't think that's anybody's business.
Well, and that was like when White Boy did his little video.
Well, they're sharing their shit now to try and get bail for them, right? So,
Exactly.
hey.
Exactly. But when he did the video where he used Nana as an example for some stupid bullshit, and I you know I thought that's really it. I understood what he was saying, but it was just my opinion. He shouldn't have used her as an
Right.
example for any of that
Absolutely
shit.
not. No, it
Any of
just
it.
was, it didn't sound good. It didn't make him look good. And it's unfortunate. However, knowing Nana's heart, I know she's looking down, forgiving everybody. I just
Right.
know it. And you know,
And to be honest with you, even though we, started out as great friends and we ended up butting heads and stuff, I just never. A lot of it was instigated from people on YouTube. A lot of it
mhm,
was instigated between her and I from people on YouTube. You
mhm.
don't. A lot of times you don't want to let a lot of people know if you're having trouble with another creator, because within a day you've got
Right.
so much stuff of them saying, oh well, they said this and they said that, and I mean it can get really to you where you
Mhm.
where you feel like you want to go and defend yourself against things that maybe are being taken a different way by other people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get that. I like what Justin said. I think we all need to show grace for occasional hiccups. Sometimes, for whatever reason, people aren't thinking clearly. I know I've been like with, were you thinking, Justin? Oh, exactly, Justin. I think almost every show I end it like, what the hell? You know, I don't, I think, I think that's okay because we acknowledge it. It's the people who don't acknowledge it, take that as a lesson and learn from it and continue to try and grow. We are all humans. We are all evolving every day, and that's what matters. So people like you or I, Justin, we do acknowledge, we do apologize on our platforms as loudly as we condemn people. And other people that just don't give a shit, they're the evil ones. They're the ones that just
Right.
have no room here or business here.
Yeah, because I'm continuously on my channel. If I'm trying to explain something that may look like that I'm defending the Wells, I've been kind of put in a position where I feel like every time before I do it, I have to say I'm not a Dawn and Candace fan. You hear me say that a lot,
Yeah.
because I do. People come at me when I talked about Candace and being young and possibly being a victim of some things, you know,
Mhm.
family wise and stuff. I actually had somebody in my comments tell me that Candace had brainwashed me. And
What?
I was like, are you serious? You
They
think
say the
that,
same too with me. Oh,
you
Don
know,
got you under his thumb or whatever. It's like, what?
right. Well, I mean, you've been speaking with Dawn from the get-go. And that's like Prayer Garden had too. I think it was I know Squall did a couple videos with them, but
Yeah.
you and Benny and Prayer Garden seem to be the top three that especially Dawn felt comfortable uh, going on you guys' channels. And then of course whatever happened with Prayer Garden, I don't know, but you know that
Well, Prayer
that was
Gardens
pretty
got
quick.
weird and Prayer Garden got extremely sexual with Dawn, let's be honest. I mean, it's true.
I just read a
Not
transcription
that it really
yesterday.
matters, but I'm just saying, again, there are people that are not in this for the right reason. Because what I won't do is try to bed someone or pretend I'm going to bed someone for information. I am
Right.
not a hooker, okay? But um,
And they had asked you to do that from the beginning, right?
yes, I was asked
That's
if
what
I
I thought.
would. In fact, I was actually invited to go stay there with Dawn and Candace at their house, and my response to Dawn was, are you sure I'm safe sleeping there with your wife in the
Yeah,
same
no
house? Like,
doubt.
I don't know, Don, but I appreciate the offer, but I'm not sure that I
Yeah,
feel
because
comfortable with
that's
that.
the whole thing about it. I mean, it was weird to me that
Annabelle.
at some point in time, Candace was a little bit okay with Prayer Garden, but with
Mhm.
you from the get-go, she
Yeah,
didn't like that, you
yeah.
know.
She
She
still
didn't like
doesn't, but
that.
we had a conversation 2 nights ago. Um, and yeah, we kind of had she let me know she does not think that I want her husband. She knows that I love my husband because
Well,
he's
I
better
would hope
looking.
she
No.
would know. I would
Yeah.
hope that she
So
knows that.
I don't know then if it's just that she doesn't, I don't know. Maybe she's afraid that Dawn will tell me something or make something up about her. And me and her aren't that close, so maybe I would believe it. I'm not sure what she's worried about since she told me that she doesn't, like, she knows that I don't want her husband. And I don't.
Yeah,
Like, my
but do
husband
you
is amazing, okay?
this is the thing though, do you think that maybe she was Dawn was kind of using you to get Candace's goat sometimes?
No.
You don't
No, because there's been situations hmm, no, I'm not going to say why right now, but I have said it before. I think that they both kind of
Well,
do their own
I think
extramarital
also
activities. Does that make sense? I think,
exactly that
yeah.
makes a lot of sense. That
Yeah,
makes a lot of
I've witnessed
sense.
both of them on the couch, both talking to people before. They both knew what was going on, what was up. So, in my opinion, they both do their own
Because see, I said this
thing.
too, and just give me your opinion on this. When Dawn went home from Utah with the Jose stuff, in my
Yeah.
mind and my opinion, I was like, for some reason, I don't think he rushed home because he thought Candace was sleeping with Jose.
No.
I thought the possibility of it being a totally different reason to me
Yeah.
was
Don told me he
higher than
thought that
that.
Jose was messing around with Allie, but Don also told me that um and forgive me again, Justin, because I know that you became, I think, friendly with Jose, so I'm not trying to bash at all, but I'm just repeating. I believe that Don felt, well, he told me that, well, he thought he had a thing for Allie, that he kind of thought Jose was actually more into men and
Right.
kind of messed around with girls, but wasn't really too serious with women, that he was kind of, it was hard for him to really like fully come out. I feel wrong saying that because Jose is passed and I'm not really sure. I'm just repeating
Well,
what I've been told.
this is what I
Forgive me.
kind of thought. I kind of thought because and Justin did a wonderful interview with
He did.
Jose,
And I know I was hard on him for that. He did.
but listening to the way Jose was talking about some things, in my mind, I thought Don uh looked at that situation, and to me it just seemed like Jose was overstepping his bounds with his family. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do remember having that feeling, like Jose did feel pretty comfortable um trying to kind of put Don in his place, if you would.
Exactly.
And so that
Exactly.
made me question, though, how beta really is Don or not beta. If he's actually letting some random guy he just known for 24 hours or so put him in his place. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because from what I've
Exactly.
been told and what we've all been told is Don's the dude that'll go around and kick in everyone else's door and blah, blah, blah. But here we are. And, you know, now I can honestly say, like, Jose was the only one, in my opinion, that gave Summer Moon Utah Wells some substance. He brought
Exactly.
that beautiful girl to life for the first
Exactly.
time, and it's remained to be only his
Yeah.
conversations with Justin and with Chris McDonough and Josh at the lab
That
make
yes, you're
Summer come
absolutely
alive
right.
in our minds.
Yeah, when I did the writing the Appalachian Princess, I used a few things that Jose said in there, and I did. I always gave him credit for giving us a little bit of Summer's life. And I just always felt like Don and Candace just haven't, uh, they just didn't give us, and this might be selfish, they didn't give us what we thought we wanted to know about Summer's life.
I think they thought they were giving us what they thought we all wanted, but they didn't. It's like they didn't know their own daughter whatsoever.
Right, right. So,
I like Justin's comment. In my opinion, they told Don that to keep him from being a threat. I might be wrong. I do think Jose tried to overstep a bit. It was, and then it was war, just a thought. And I have definitely had that same thought too, Justin. And perhaps that could be because he was a good guy. I know he's had his fair share of troubles. We all have. We have a past, all of us. And perhaps he did not like at all what the hell he was seeing in that house. And
right,
he had no choice but to overstep. Somebody
right.
probably had to. Somebody had to.
Yeah, I mean, basically, now I noticed this. Don kind of backtracked on the showering with Summer and kind of backtracked now saying, well, it was when she was a baby. But Jose himself said that he took Summer out of that shower. And then Dawn makes the comment, well, Candace wasn't going to shower her because Candace doesn't take a shower anyway, is what he basically
Yes, I
said,
remember. I
you
remember
know?
that. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's play devil's advocate a little bit now. Uh, Moms, she had 4 kids. Okay,
Right,
they don't always get a shower every day.
right,
I'm being honest. I'm just
right.
being real. Okay. Um, but hey, I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of wild there. But I said so myself that, you've got Candace and Grandma and Allie who probably hadn't had a man in their lives who cooked
Mm,
and cleaned and made sure the yard was done and all this other stuff
right,
that Jose
right.
said he did. So to them, Jose was a catch.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was a
I mean,
catch
he
to
wasn't a
them.
bad looking dude either. He seemed very sweet. And if he was, yeah, helping take care of the kids or cooking, yeah. But the other thing too, the country culture, especially in that area, I believe, like, listen, I can't lie. Don does work hard when he has a job. I've
Right,
witnessed it time after time again.
right.
Do you want to come home and mow the lawn or cook dinner? No, Candace is home all day. Cook some damn dinner. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely get where he's coming from on that for sure. Um, I
Like my
mean,
husband doesn't like to come home from working all day being a carpenter and then want to go and cook dinner or go mow
right.
the lawn. He has done that, but he doesn't like to.
Well, I mean, that's the same way here. Todd works sometimes 6 days a week, and um, we have, of course, have somebody come and mow our yard and stuff like that. But I try really hard not to. Like that's why I don't go live at night a lot because Todd works so much, and
Mm.
it's just a disrespectful thing. I feel if I'm sitting in here, I got a loud mouth anyway. And so if I'm sitting in here at 12 o'clock and flapping my jaws, I just think that's disrespectful towards him. And that's why I
No,
do
because
my,
he'll be
my lives during
listening.
the
He won't
day.
be able to like respond maybe because he's doing whatever, but I think he does like to have something to listen to.
Right.
Hey, Toast Robin. Don definitely is a hard worker. I mean, yeah, that is true.
I,
I
I think
have to
I
say.
think where he looked bad to a lot of people was because when he was asked, tell us something about your kids, he really couldn't say anything, you
Hmm.
know. And the only thing that he kept saying over and over was about the boys with the dirt bikes and things like that. And
Yeah,
it took him a long time to even discuss the BB gun situation. That didn't come out
yeah.
at the very beginning. That took him a while to even mention that or them playing on the roof and stuff.
Hmm.
Um,
But
so
you see, it's weird. That's where when he does talk about those things, it's kind of for me. It's like, okay, well, he's saying these things. He knows that people are going to tear it apart. He knows that it doesn't sound or look good at all, but he's sharing these things with people,
yeah,
and
that's what he
it's
talked about the pictures too. He was like,
so
we
wild.
shared every picture that we had. And
Yeah.
I mean, he was right. People took those pictures. I cannot say if people edited some of those pictures to make things look a lot worse than they were. I can't say that.
Mhm.
But yeah, oh, even I remember Chris McDonough even saying that if people took Summer's pictures and edited them to make them look badly, that was not a good thing. And I agreed with him 100% on that.
Mrs. Peacock needs to chill out, girlfriend. Chill out. But if you
Don't
actually
have a
think back, and think about the cultures. Like, no, it is a thing. Yes, should men be helping do everything around the house? Sure, fine. I was born in 83, very old school. Uh,
Oh my gosh,
uh,
girl, you're so
you know,
young.
yeah, but here's the thing, like, and you have to think about Tennessee and the country folk there, and country folk, like, not even just necessarily country, but there is different, is it culture is the right word to use, but it is a thing, like, the wives are the home,
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The
exactly.
Susie homemakers, if you will.
Yeah, it was weird because it seemed to me, just
I'm not
looking.
saying it's right, by the way, Mrs. Peacock, but you seem to like just be trolling anyway. But anyway, yeah, you get what I'm saying.
But yeah, when I looked at Dawn and Candace's situation, and like even when they talked about Summer's favorite song being Godzilla, it seemed to me like they're they were kind of living back in a
Mhm.
age that was different from the way
Right.
things are today.
The
Does
wives
that
have
make
the
sense?
kids, they stay at home, they clean the house, they cook, they
Right.
do the laundry, and that's their job in the way, in the old ways, I'll call it the old ways.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now,
Oh,
do
drive
you
safe, Justin.
yeah, definitely, Justin. We love you over here. We do.
You know
Um,
I love you too, Justin, but I want to talk to you this weekend if you get a minute to call. I do not work tomorrow or Sunday. And I would love to chit chat with you when you find a free minute, because I know you're a very, very busy person as well.
okay, I want to ask you real quick too, Cher.
Yeah, ask me anything.
When you go back and you look at like the the situation, we know that the family was definitely dysfunctional and had a lot of different substances and stuff happening. But
Hmm.
I keep saying I feel like that there was a point when something happened. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like
Can you bring
we
it back a little? Oh, yes. Explain a little bit more. I think I do,
okay,
but.
so we know that there was a lot of dysfunction
Hmm.
and things like that that went on in that family.
Hmm.
And I look at the Jose incident and I can't help but to wonder um, if something within a certain amount of time uh, didn't happen that made things like the dominoes fall. Does that make
Mm,
sense?
it does make sense. I think you're correct with that as well. I think it's actually starting to happen again.
Because I never could understand that because we know, of course, he Don will admit he was basically raised in jail and prisons and stuff, right?
Yep.
But and Candace, she never, I mean, of course she had a record. I'm not saying she didn't,
Right.
but it seemed like for a while there wasn't even though they had their domestic violence stuff, it just seemed like that in my mind, I just keep thinking that they were trying to do something right. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
It does. Yeah.
And
Um,
it may not be something that everybody, thinks is right. I'm using the word right, but it just seemed like somewhere along the line they were trying to do something good.
I, mm, yeah.
I mean, you get what I'm saying? Maybe I'm using
Yes
the
and no.
wrong.
I feel like I want to be careful here. I know exactly what you're thinking. Uh, Drinks, drugs. Okay, got to drive for real now. What? Drinks, drugs? I missed a decline of family system, I think, after Utah and COVID and drinks and drugs. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. That
yeah.
didn't help. But as far as you're saying, I know what you mean, and I don't so much know if I believe it was them specifically that was trying to do better and do that, or people around them wanted it to look that way.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
actually how I feel about it.
What am I getting a copyright strike for?
For real.
Get Daddy Rapper out of here, you guys.
How can you get a copyright strike for your
I
own
haven't even played
content?
anything.
I know.
Ha! Get him out of here. Daddy needs to go rap somewhere else. It ain't working out real
I've
well over
seen
here
them
for
in
him.
chat recently. I don't know who they are, but yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I get some of the most stupidest trolls over here sometimes.
Curse with Curiosity says not to hate, but it seems their relationship started out dysfunctional and has always been dysfunctional.
Oh,
I
no
think
doubt
that's a
about
fair
that.
thought, Curse. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I think there was always really messed up things happening on both Candace's life in her childhood and familia abuse in every which way, and same with Dawn's. And then when you get to people like that, it's inevitable. You're going to you're gonna have repeat generational family abuse in every
and I
which way you
and I
can think of.
I think it threw us all off to the openness of their DV. It was like they were
Mhm.
doing those things and not a second thought to it. You know, the elbow
Right.
in the mouth and the bust in the eardrum, and
So you
they
think about what's not being recorded or on camera.
exactly, and they
Yeah.
were doing these things in front of people without a second thought. Like,
Yeah.
and for them
It
to
lets you,
set,
it shows they think it's normal behavior, right?
that's what I was getting ready to say, because they immediately,
Am I a mod on your channel, by the way? You got to get some people out of
no,
here.
but I will mod you.
Get them out.
Let's get rid of this guy, you guys. I know Eve's working her little butt off.
Sorry I
I love Eve.
interrupted your conversation. But,
No, you're
oh yeah,
fine.
Eve's in there. Yeah, she's a good mod. I made her a mod for my channel too.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay, 1 second.
But yeah, it's I will make you a mod. I don't know why I didn't make you a mod, but I will. But yeah, it's just you know, they were trying to normalize things that we were like, that's to us wasn't normal. You know, to us wasn't normal at all. It
Yeah.
was just craziness. Craziness.
You have a pocket, you can take it with you.
Where's is Lucy Cat in here?
Hi, when Evil entered. I love that channel. I saw Lucy Cat in here before.
Yeah, she was in here earlier. I don't know where she went though.
Yeah. I
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to add a couple mods in here.
I don't. Oh, you know why I shared you out, so maybe I brought some hate. I'm sorry.
Ah, no, you're all good. You're all good.
Heaven forbid we actually have a productive and civil conversation.
Without somebody, yeah, trying to do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I hit him. I hit him. Yeah, I'll definitely throw a couple mods, extra mods in here
So
for
how
sure.
do you feel, if I can ask today, how are you feeling about Summer's situation, I'll call it? Uh w- where where does it stand for you? What's your thoughts? What's your opinions?
You know, I went back and forth this
27
whole
months later
time,
on.
and for some reason, I don't feel it was an accident, because I do believe Don when he says um, that law enforcement would have been notified if it was an accident. I don't, for some reason, I just
Yeah.
I don't feel like it was an accident. But to be honest with you, I feel Don was at home sometime that day, and I don't
Interesting.
understand why they keep wanting to fib about it. You know, that was the whole thing.
Mhm.
When Candace, Grandma and Dawn were both, even at the beginning, trying to make Candace look like she was this wonderful mother. And I'm like, why couldn't you just tell the truth? Why couldn't you just tell the truth? Because in my opinion, she was not a great helicopter mom. You know, she wasn't. And I don't understand. I think if they would have just been honest, I don't think she walked Summer to that door. I really don't. Summer grew up around there, and when Candace said that she walked Summer to the door and said, "Boys, watch your sister," I just couldn't.
You
I
should put
couldn't get that.
subscriber mode on. Sorry to interrupt. You should put subscriber mode on for chat because yeah, I don't know what's
How
going
do
on, but
I?
last time you're getting hit.
How do I do that?
You know, just yeah, you don't have to worry about it. I'll show you after.
Okay.
You go through your YouTube studio and then yeah, I forget. But there's a way to turn it on for subscriber mode. But
Okay.
yeah, next time. Um, yeah, as far as, of course, at that time I reported everything, right? Well, and if there's anything weird, it's not like I'm not going to report now or I haven't reported or whatever, you guys. It's just that I haven't heard a lot of new stuff. But as far as back then, and as far as Dawn being home June 15th, I know there was some things told to me several times that I believe was absolutely slip-ups. And so, yeah, it's one of the things that went to the law, absolutely.
Well,
So,
I just knew also that, there's, I mean, common sense is going to tell you that not every, you're not going to tell people what is going on with every conversation that you have with Dawn. And a
there's a
lot of,
lot, you guys, in 27 months, you honestly think I've put everything on my channel? I didn't even put everything on my channel from 2 years ago yet. I, um, I haven't. I've barely even touched
right. And
anything with Clinton signings.
I try to explain it to people like this. Sometimes creators have content, but it doesn't make sense at the time.
It's not
And
that it doesn't make sense. It's just like I tell people a lot. It wouldn't be proper to share right now, but one day after, hopefully there is proper justice, and I mean proper justice, trials over, and people are locked up again. In my opinion, there's multiple people that should or will be going to jail for Summer's situation. That's my opinion.
well,
From
I'm going to tell you, there are so many people that I have watched from the beginning insert themselves into Summer's case. It is it is it it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And I really like Ziggy, and I usually
yeah.
don't even mention her, but it's like, Ziggy, do you understand what you're doing by putting
Right.
yourself into that position with Fred Hill?
Yeah, it's very possible some people can end up getting subpoenaed or whatever. It's possible I might be in Quentin's case. Like I just don't know. I find it hard to
Right.
believe that YouTube won't have any part in Summer's case when it does go to trial. I really believe it's going to be used against them.
Right.
But I just, for me, and I've said it a million times, just because, I'm saying something now and people can call me a liar now and I'm not proving it now, doesn't mean that in 3 months I can't say it, or 6 months, or maybe even a year. I
Exactly.
don't know. But there is a time and a place, you're right, for some things, especially when it's ongoing investigations and no trials or anything has happened yet. I think creators should be a little more discreet
Well,
and careful.
I've always believed this too. If you come to YouTube and say that you have information that you turned over to law enforcement and
Mhm.
you talk about it on your channel, I
You
don't
fucked it up.
I don't believe it. I'm like, I don't believe what you're saying, because
Yeah.
if that is true and you really have that information, you wouldn't be putting
It
it
should
on
have been
YouTube.
with, yeah, exactly. Now there's a lot of stuff that, yes, I've given to the law, and no, I have not ever shared it. There's a reason I said I would show all my conversation with Don, right?
Right.
On all platforms we've spoken on. I haven't done that with a purpose. But
Right. Right.
there will be a day. Now there is things that, yes, I have turned into the law, and I was told, don't speak about it now, give them time with it. And I was aware that they had their time. They investigated the situation. Nothing came of it. So I did share it then.
Right. Yeah.
Biscuit, do I think Summer's still alive? I am 50-50 on that. A part of me thinks no. And it's because of everybody that surrounded her has immediately spoken past tense about
What
her.
do you think the crazy shit was about
Hold on. Half of me does think she's alive because of some shit that Benny and I have stumbled on that we have not yet shared. Again, because law knows it. Hope to God they knew about it all this time and it's just new to us. But again, there will be a day where we will share that and you guys will be like, whoa. And stumbling upon that about a week ago did give me renewed hope. Possibly she's alive, but I am on the fence with that. I do more lean towards not than
right.
is, but I've had some also mediums and psychics reach out to me and say, listen, I know that the psychic world is saying that Summer's passed and they're kind of using that to get views or whatever. But I have to tell you, I'm not getting that. I feel she's alive. I've tried and tried to get a hold of Summer's spirit and I can't. And that tells me that she's alive. And so,
Well, this got me about the psychic community, the medium community, and I'm not saying nothing wrong about any of them, but what I noticed was when one would come out with a certain reading, all of a sudden you have 3 or 4 of them pretty much talking along the same lines and putting out the same information. They're just doing it a little bit differently.
yeah. And then you got, the big one, who's got $150,000 or $180,000 GoFundMe and who could have been, there in Tennessee, was offered paid trips there and everything and just wouldn't do it. So that rubbed me wrong. And then
Was
you
that
got
the
that very same person who throws everything against the wall because she won't be wrong. When the truth does come out, no way will she be
right?
wrong because she's put everything out there.
Everything out there.
Yep.
Exactly. I get what you're saying. Definitely. What do you think of the bullshit that Brad Wishon put out there? And of course, he
Just what you
says
said, it's bullshit.
he says that,
That's 423 Chase, right?
yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
when he talked about Summer being in Indiana and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
He said that, well, I was just repeating someone else's lie if it was a lie. And I'm
Why
like,
repeat
well,
it at all then?
why? Yeah, that's what I said. Why would you
It's
repeat that at
stupid.
all?
Yeah.
Why all of a sudden you pick the state of Indiana? That's exactly
Mm,
where my mind went. And then you've
yeah.
got JLR who's following a guy around freaking Beach Creek out in the woods who has a weapon. And I'm like, are you for real? This is just
Yeah.
craziness.
If you do, yeah. Again, if I don't really care for someone, unless it's something like major important I should see, then people usually clip it for me. I do
Right,
not really care for JLR, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I just don't watch him.
right,
But again, everyone has their different routes. Perhaps there's just something about the way he does things that I just don't understand, but I'm okay with not understanding it. And
right.
I wish he wouldn't stalk and harass people like following Candace when she's alone at a hotel room, I think is wrong. I do.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
creepy.
but yeah, as far as JLR, I just don't take him in anymore. That's all. I don't understand his way of doing things. I
Well,
don't like it.
the
Don't
sad
watch
thing
it.
that I found throughout that whole scenario, and him freely saying that he had people watching that room,
Mhm. Yeah,
um,
I
that to
don't like
me,
that.
that to me, kind of hit along the same avenue as Don B and her
Mhm.
taking him to court for stalking. That
Hmm.
kind of went along those same avenues with me. Um, I never understood that, whether she's guilty or innocent. It's creepy to follow somebody into stores and on the
Yeah, because
highway.
what if she's innocent and then you actually really did just harass this person? And
Right.
it's not in the end going to make you look good for that. Like that's what I think. But again, perhaps there's just something I don't understand, and he thinks it's helpful, and I just don't understand
Well,
the way he does things. I don't know.
I give him kudos on getting all the paperwork. He's really good at getting
Yeah,
paperwork.
and that's another thing. As much as we dislike someone, sometimes they do bring, and he has brought some good things forward in some cases. He has, as much as I dislike him, he has.
Well, I kind of, some people came at me with when I kind of, like I said, looked at Candace and her situation, and they brought out a boyfriend that she had 25 years ago. And I'm like,
Mhm.
this is craziness to me. I understand that you're trying to discredit Candace and make her look bad. Well, not make her look bad. She made herself look bad.
Yeah,
But I'm like, does that really play into now?
yeah.
And I guess that's a question that people, some people say yes and some people say no. So
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, I don't think it's useful or helpful, but there are people that think it is. And like again, for me, I just don't understand that line of thinking, so I just don't take it in
right, right,
anymore. And there's too many people to watch, anyways. That I had to cut people out, anyways. There's just not enough time in the day.
exactly, exactly. Well, I feel the same way. I can't watch everybody,
Right.
and I've got the few people that I really love to watch, and that's as far as I can take it. But like you said, if somebody sends me a clip on something, I'll watch it, and
Yeah.
and people, there's what I try to make people understand too. I have a lot of private discussions with people through email and stuff that I will not repeat. I
Wait, the
I
tattoo shop said you're a troll, Miss Peacock, because I said
I'm
you're a
headed.
troll. That's funny.
Somebody said
You
you're
could
a
get a
troll.
trolled all tattoo. That's fine. Well, I called them a troll because it seemed like they were trolling, but they said
Oh.
they're in here all the time. Perhaps it's just another person who really dislikes Cher, and that's okay.
Yeah, there were people who did those spirit boxes and different things, and then they got out dowsing rods, and then they
I do
decided,
all that stuff too. I just do it privately because the waters are already very muddy. We don't need
right,
any of that. So for myself, yeah, I pull my cards out. Yeah, I do my own spiritual things and questions and that. I just don't do it on my channel because not everyone cares for that. I try to be respectful.
right.
Man and Angels was not about that at all. Listen, I'm a Christian, but I still
Oh,
believe in
yeah,
all of that. But if
I do
she
too.
didn't, so I wish people would kind of stop with that on her Man and Angels, because she was really against that. But yeah, I know not everyone's for that. I try to, don't
Yeah,
shoot
I
me,
have
but I
people,
try to be respectful of Dawn and Candace's
yeah,
religion as
well,
well.
I'm like that too because I have people, when I was showing some content Reverend Donna had done, You know, there were people who came in and said, I don't agree with this. And I'm respectful of that. I'm like, you know what? Please feel free to leave and come back another time. But
Mhm.
I get what you're saying about the big psychic, I think you called him, because I'll never forget when they came out with that reading, and then all of a sudden they were taking donations to buy
Mhm.
a van or something
Yes, and
to
the
go.
GoFundMe went from one price to another price. Not only that, I asked that same person. There's a local case here with a girl who's still missing, Courtney Struble, and there is a witness slash suspect in this girl's disappearance that has never spoken to anybody, including the law, everything. She was willing to speak to this psychic and even pay $1,000, which the price kept going up, 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 and they were willing to pay
Wow.
that, and she wouldn't do it, you guys, because it wasn't a high profile
Really?
case. Yep, that's when I started investigating this person, started talking to people who met her in person and did readings, and she's got a very, very, very bad rep and has absolutely scammed the shit out of many people. That's why I
Is
thought they say,
is
but she helped. She got everything right in Kylie and JJ Vallo's case. No, what she did was she gets all the information from other people. She perhaps smoothed up to a law enforcement person. I don't know. But just like in Summer's case, she does her readings because of what she's getting people that's telling her privately and shit like that. Like, it's not
Thank
all.
you.
Yes, I mean,
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, and I'm not naming the name because she actually tried to strike my channel. I could appeal it and get it rid of, but she's trying to get my information, so I just let it go. Not only that, I struck her channel and had one of my
Well, that was the weird
things
thing
removed,
about
but
it because, you know, even at the beginning, Don had talked to this person a couple times, right? And then all of a sudden,
yes,
he did
yes,
not want to talk to her anymore.
right. Yeah, and then she was trying to go undercover and trick him into talking her, which is real fucked up.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought something was a little off about that, and
There's
I
a
kind
reason, yeah, I really did support her, and you guys know I do believe some people have gifts, but that proved to me she does not. And it proved to me she's doing it for the wrong reason. Many of our phone calls, me and her, this person, always ended in her bitching about never getting reward money in cases.
wow. Yeah, I
And
heard her.
if a
I did
psychic
hear her
can't
say
get
that.
them, no one will. Yeah, see, so that tells you what her main priority really is.
Yeah, you're right. I did hear her say that. I
Yep.
absolutely did. And I thought it was real weird too that, you know, if and this is just my opinion, you guys, if you care about a little child that's missing, like
Thank you.
Summer, why wouldn't you uh give 100% to
Mhm.
going there and going to
She
the
even knew, hey,
places?
I'll do live streams. You guys all know who we're talking about, and you know damn well if I said, hey, we're doing this show to raise money to get so and so at Beach Creek, she would have fucking got it. She would have, but she didn't want to go. And then
Yeah.
her GoFundMe went from, like, I don't know, 50K to all of a sudden started talking about Summer, and she bumped that shit up to 180K. You can buy a damn house. I can
Well,
buy 2 houses here in Saskatchewan with that money.
yeah. Well, the thing that I thought was weird too was allegedly she never got the money. She never got the money to buy the van or
No, she didn't,
whatever
but she
she
did
felt
get a
like
few
she needed.
thousand. I think she got like 10 grand or something though. And then
Dang.
had the nerve to actually talk shit about me getting $2,000 or $2,500 for my teeth, which by the way costed over $11,000. And I can't even pick up my final set. These were only supposed to be worn for 6 months, but I have to
Right.
pay another $1,500 before I can pick up my last set.
Well,
So they're still
I
sitting
know
there at the,
those things
yeah.
are fucking expensive. I know for a
So
fact.
but people were asking, how can I help? Because they knew I was getting bullied. So I did make the GoFundMe because to me, I like things to be very transparent if you're going to be helping me with things. And the
Right.
GoFundMe is very transparent. It shows you how much was donated, how much more to go. It lets me update and show videos and pictures. I live streamed my surgery. Like, I was extremely transparent. Yes, I'm very thankful because the people that didn't give the $2,700 or $2,500 up front, I wouldn't have been
Right.
able to start the journey so quick. I'd still have my fucked up mouth, my face swelling up, my head swelling up, in pain all the time, not able to talk. So I appreciate everyone that pulled together for me and
Well,
helped
and
me
you
start
were,
this.
that was the whole thing because you were on
It was
YouTube
killing
a
me.
lot.
Yeah.
And I think, and I noticed a big difference after you got, all that taken care of. It was just like you came out of your shell to me. I know they look good. They do. They look really good.
Wait till you see my new ones when I finally get them. I got to go in the back and really help customize my own teeth. And they've got a little bit of a vampire fang to them. They're a little bit whiter. They're just beautiful.
Good for you.
I'm
Because
excited.
I remember it was really weird because I know people, were trying to help you and stuff. Then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, here comes Robin asking
Yes.
for the
Yes.
same thing for
Yes.
Candace. And I
Yeah.
think it pissed a lot of people off because people felt like Dawn should have been the one helping take care of that. And
Yeah.
she came out and didn't want, the weird thing about it, she didn't want anybody to know. And I'm like, that's kind of ridiculous that,
That was my problem with that situation. She was hitting people up, asking for specific amounts. If everyone gives $20, and it was Robin
yeah,
doing it, and
it was
just
Robin.
literally hitting people up and asking for specific amounts that people needed to donate. I never did that. And I certainly never went to anyone individually and asked, give me this, give me that.
Yeah, that was all weird to me when she did
It
that.
was very weird how it happened, but it's weird to me that that happened because she works at a dentist, and also
Right.
why don't they get the healthcare? Like, you can go and get that. You know what I'm saying? There is
Yeah.
help that they can be getting and hasn't. So I don't even really know if I believe that that money was all for teeth
For
for
that.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
opinion. That's all.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Definitely. Because this is the thing with Robin. I've even done some writing. I've got a nice little chunk that I've written about Robin. And this is just my opinion. I know that Benny described her as when he hugged her, it was like hugging air. And I've always thought, this is my opinion, that she's shady as fuck. That's my
Robin.
opinion. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've always had an opinion that that money that they were trying to get literally in the middle of the night, I Mm. Okay, so Robin and I have conversated, and she's told me that when her husband saw everything on the news and found out where exactly Robin's been hanging out almost every day and bringing her minor daughter over almost every day, apparently Robin's husband, according to Robin, was very upset. That's where
Right.
you guys have been, blah, 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 blah. Now,
Right.
I know that Robin knows there's a lot of drugs and alcohol in that house. So I've questioned, because I know that Robin's ex-husband, I guess, was a drug dealer or something. Like, I don't really know
I
everything,
think
but
it I think
I
it
have
was he.
wondered about Robin doing drugs or even possibly helping keep the Wells drugged. That's my opinion. No
Because
proof of that.
didn't her, and I'll say allegedly, her husband or ex-husband got caught taking
Yeah.
things from the police department
Yes. Yes.
um room where they keep stuff, I guess. That I heard about that. And also, if, and I've said this 1,000 times, if a child has been abducted from a property, why would you willingly take your child there and not think anything about it? I never
Mhm.
understood that. Never. Also, with Candace, another thing that got me was Cam and Allie had talked about they couldn't go the next day to help do something. And Candace was like, oh, you know, bring him over. We'll put him down in the basement. They'll be all right down there. And I'm like, wait a minute. Your child
Mhm.
was allegedly abducted from down there.
Yep.
Why would that not be a second thought in your mind?
Mhm. Right. I mean, well, Summer got taken off the property, and let's just have, Waylon, Josie, and Wyatt go down there too. Waylon or Wyatt,
Yeah.
one of the youngest ones was what, 7? I mean,
Yep.
so
See,
we just,
I could never grasp that because in my mind, I cannot see somebody up on that property that Candace didn't know was on that property. I
right,
just cannot see it.
right. I
And
think for a house that's, and it made Don upset before. You've heard me call it flop house. That really upset him. We know there's drugs being run in and out of that area. So
well, I think with Don, and this is just my opinion, he was so adamant to make it seem like nothing was going on his property. And,
right. They
know,
all were, though, to be fair. They all were trying to act like that, but I think they're all at fault for the exact same thing. I think they're all pieces of
I
shit.
agree.
Beach Creek should be nuked.
Uh,
Sorry.
well, I said this from a while back too. They may not be, uh, I don't know if they're innocent or guilty of what happened to Summer, but in my mind, I just feel like they're guilty of something that has to do with drugs. I've always
Yeah.
thought that from the get go, that they're all trying. This is how I've always said it. They're all these adults are lying to cover up their own nefarious shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what they've been doing or what they've been up to, but if you look at the situation, none of them want to tell the truth because then
They're all
somewhere
being
in the
dirt.
story they'd be telling on themselves for some shit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And they all kind of are, but they just don't know it.
Yeah, definitely.
They think they're slick.
Just it's all
Aw,
craziness.
you're so sweet. This is a good show today.
I know. Thanks for
I gotta
coming up.
panel up more with you.
I know. We just hadn't got to hook up and even talk.
Right.
I was waiting that one night. I wanted to come up on your panel so bad, girl.
You're
We
welcome anytime. Just tell me to
we
drop the link for you.
we would have lit that place up. I can't remember what you were talking about, but I was like, "Oh, girl, both of us getting feisty at the same time."
Well, you can join me tomorrow night if you'd like.
Oh, sure. What time you going?
7 o'clock my time, which I believe is like 8 o'clock Central.
That'll work for me. I will
Okay,
definitely be there.
awesome.
It's a weekend too, so
Yeah.
heck yeah. I was singing the other night. Of course, I took the live off, but I was doing my own karaoke and shit.
Hey,
And
Tony.
so
Oh, were
Todd
you?
come in and I was like, "Hey, I might do a late night live." And he was like, "Okay." And I said, I'm gonna sing some karaoke again." He was like, "Bet you cannot sing." I was like, "No, I can't." I kind of
So
made him suffer through it.
I have work in just over an hour, but I also, sorry, I think Justin's live in like 20, so I'm gonna hop off
Oh,
here, run
cool.
to the bathroom, and but yeah, will you email me so I can give you my phone number?
Sure, give me your email.
Okay, let me see if I can get it in private chat.
I'll be in the bushes since I'm blocked in so many chats.
There you go. If you email me, I'll send you my phone number so we can text and
Okay,
call.
cool.
Thank you so much for having me up here. I've
Hey,
shared
thanks
it
for coming
out.
up.
And yeah, and then when I get your phone number, I'll shoot you the links for tomorrow and we can chat even more.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Cher. I appreciate it.
Thanks everyone in chat. Good conversation. Have
Yeah,
a good day,
thanks.
everyone.
Thank you, Cher. All right, thank you, Cher, for coming up. That was a nice surprise there. I've been wanting to talk to Cher for a long time, and can't believe when I come out, I get yelled. Who's yelling at you guys? Eve. Eve, thank you so much for having to deal with what you did today. I appreciate you guys so much. I don't know what happened to Lucy Cat. She just dropped off. I promise I'm going to make a few more people mods so that way I know you got over you know overstimulated today. Oh yeah, Miss Justice, definitely. Thank you. I will make you a mod. I sure will. I will do that right now, actually. Let me do that. I know you're here somewhere. There you are. Miss Justice is now a mod. For sure. Oh yeah, Cher. I definitely want to get you in there too. There you go, girl. Miss Justice and Cher are not now mods. And I always say this, ladies, you don't have to be here for every live I do or anything like that. Just your mods if you pop in, and if you don't, it's all good. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hey, Cher, it was a good live. I always appreciate talking to oh, now you're back, Lucy Cat. Miss Eve and the other mods were very, very busy while you were gone, love. Do you want to come up for a minute, Lucy Cat? Or anybody? I'm going to drop my link. Justin will be live at 7. Thank you, ICU, for that. Love me some Justin. I do. What do you mean, what did you miss? Girl. Thank you, Cher. Thank you so much. I love talking to people that I can really have a good conversation with. And we don't have to think the same way. We can think of things totally differently. It was so cool. Thank you so much.
Hey.
Eve, can you drop my email, please, for Miss Justice? Miss Justice is now a mod and Cher's a mod too.
Oh, awesome.
Well, girl, you missed the 20,000 trolls we had in here.
Yes, I went to go pick up groceries from Walmart.
Poor Eve. I'm going to have to send her some flowers.
What? A bunch of trolls came in because Cher was on panel.
Huh?
Did they all come in?
I don't know if it was because of Cher. I'm not blaming Cher for it.
Well,
it's just, they just had a hard on today, I guess. And they kept coming in and saying that my channel was going to get copyright struck. And I'm like, even Cher was like, how are you going to get copyrighted for your own content? I was like, who fucking knows?
Oh my goodness.
You know how them people are.
Oh my goodness.
But
yeah,
we can let's get on the Doug train. Okay. I don't know why he lost his channel this time. But karma's a bitch.
Yeah, it's gone. I went to look for it. It's gone.
You know, there was some content that he had when he had his old channel that you know, I would have loved to have gone back and looked at, but of course he lost all that too. So
yeah,
hey Sassy.
right before your live, I went and looked and it was gone. And I looked because I saw somebody tag him under the true crime guy.
Yeah, I
So
guess he started a new channel called the True Crime Guy, but I don't know. I don't know a lot. You know, I say this, I don't know a lot about YouTube. You know, I gotta definitely study some things a little bit more. But you you have to give your an email, right? To be able to have a channel.
right.
And I don't know how he even started another channel after he had done lost, you know, his other one the way he did.
I mean, he could have possibly made a new email name, a new an email address, but um if I had my suspicions, I'd tell you that he was probably using somebody else's channel.
Using them as, you mean like them using him as an administrator? And
Uh,
so he kind of took that. Cause I don't know. I don't
I
understand it.
I don't know how it works, but I'm assuming that he's done something like that. He's I'm just I hate to use the word assuming, but I do kind of feel like maybe he's using one or two other people to get on YouTube. And in my opinion, that was a very dangerous game because as
Yeah,
you
it
can
is.
see, he's gone again. And I don't know if, he was using under, like you said, maybe like an administrator.
Right.
I don't know how it works. Yeah, I have no idea how it works.
Feisty
But
Philly. Of course, Mrs. Peacock is still here. She's fine.
what
She's good
happened to
in this
Mrs.
hood.
What
Oh,
happened to Mrs.
nothing. She
Peacock?
was just the way she was saying some stuff. Cher thought maybe she was um maybe coming at her a little bit or kind of
Oh,
trolling, but she knows she's good over here. She's been over here.
I can't
It
see the chat. She's still
it
in
ain't
chat,
it's
right?
not her. Yeah.
Okay.
I
I
wouldn't
like
put
her.
myself on the line for the likes of Doug. Squirrely girl, I don't think a lot of people would. Please leave this one. I want to go back. I am gonna leave this one up, AC. We haven't really said anything that
Yeah, leave it up because I was
people's
gonna.
gonna get ticked off about it, you know.
I'll go back and rewatch what I missed
You
because
know,
I think I
this is
was
the whole
gone
thing
almost an
about it.
hour.
People shouldn't try to come at people if they're just trying to understand something. And you know, if people try to say I was saying bad things about, you know, white boy and his wife, I was not. I feel where she's coming from. Being sick, I talked about, you know, that kind of happening with Todd. Of course, at the time when that happened with Todd, he wasn't on, you know, probation or anything like that.
Right.
So that's a totally different ball game. But it sucks to be freaking sick and um you know, that happened for sure. I just
Yeah.
always kind of heard, you know, what he had got in trouble for in the first place and stuff like that. So,
What I know it's probably none of our business, but what did anybody say what he was on parole for? Because I
well,
mean,
he was on probation. Um,
parole means
I
freedom.
know what I heard, and I don't know how much of it's true or what, but I heard that he had tried to sell something to another, he had sold something to an undercover cop or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, it was really weird,
oh,
really
bad
weird.
thing.
But like I said, I don't know if that's was factual or not.
That's crazy.
Okay, I got Cher's email there. I'm gonna pop over tomorrow night and hop on to Cher's gonna do something tomorrow night, so I want to pop over there, and I'm sure that you know, me being me, I don't get a lot of trolls, so I wouldn't
Well,
want to put Eve in that position again. Because these guys were busy over here. But it was silly because they kept coming in and saying the same thing over and over. The copyright, you're going to get copyrighted or some shit. I was
who
like,
was it?
whatever.
Was it anybody that you
It was
recognized?
more than one person. They kept coming in under different names and
Oh, good Lord.
talking about it.
Well, I know you guys got to work out.
So,
It's crazy.
but yeah, it was really, you missed a really good conversation if you wasn't listening.
No, I wasn't. I went to go pick up groceries at Walmart, and I wasn't listening. Bad girl me.
Well,
Bad girl
that
me.
was my fault because I have been meaning to, add a couple more mods and I just hadn't done it yet. So, um,
So who did you mod? Miss Justice and who?
Miss Justice and Cher.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
like I told him, you guys know me with my mods. I don't expect you guys to be here, every time I go live or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
I've never expected that from my mods,
Yeah.
but they were busy.
Good Lord. Well,
Yeah.
y'all got to work out, huh?
Well, it was so silly because we were just having, me and Cher was just having conversation. It was a good conversation, but obviously something was said somebody didn't like, but you can't please everybody all the time.
No.
You know how that goes.
No, and unfortunately, Cher being who she is, she does get a lot of troublemakers that follow her.
Well, I think a lot of times they don't, that bothers me a lot with, you know, I don't want to say people like Cher, but a lot of times they've not watched, how can I put this? They've not really watched when Cher first started covering Summer's case. They've never really went back and watched it, because if they would have, I think with me it was different for me because I was transcribing things.
right.
So I could go back and, really look at the situation, and I got a lot of things that were said, um, was spot on. She wasn't lying or anything.
Right.
And even there's times when, even to this day, when she tries to tell someone something, they automatically peg her as a liar. And I'm like, if you would have been watching her from the beginning, what she's saying is true.
Yeah.
She's not lying about how she feels about something, or anything like that. And I give her kudos for putting up with Dawn and Candace anyway. That has to be, I don't even know if I'd want to be in the middle of that conversation.
The last thing I heard before I walked out the door, I heard her say that she knows that Don and Candace watch your channel.
Oh, okay. What do you want me to say about that?
I don't know. I just found it interesting. I was like, hey.
That's all right. I don't care if they watch it or not.
Yeah.
There's things that I say that I'm sure they don't like, and there's things that I say that maybe they see where I'm coming from.
Right.
I'll just say that.
Well, I do know for one thing that they do see. They see that you're fair.
I do try to be fair with them,
Mhm.
and, like I said, I always, thank you, Tracy. I always have to say when I talk about something that no, I'm not a Dawn and Candace fan.
Mhm.
But if we don't try to look at some of this stuff and try to see it from more than just one angle, I just feel like that we need to do that, and a
Yeah.
lot of us need to be better at that. I can even be better at it at times. But there's a lot in this case that is going around. I will never be, well, feisty Philly. A lot of people will never be for Dawn and Candace. I'm not necessarily for Dawn and Candace either, for sure. We have heightened emotions in this case. I've gotten pretty nasty myself. Me too. I can get nasty about it too.
Oh yeah, I've been quite nasty myself.
Well, tell us about your blood pressure so I can go get me a cup of coffee, darling.
Well, I'll take it while you go get a cup of coffee. How about that? Because I haven't taken it, so I will take it. Let me see, you guys. I gotta here. Let me be quiet a second. I got a really good reading uh, yesterday evening, and then it kind of went back up. It was I'm probably messing it up by talking. But I want to. Okay, you guys. Hey, I've got 135 over 74. I think that's pretty good considering. I know it's still a little bit high, but it's not high like 190, 200 high. So I think that medicine that they put me on, that new medicine, Lorstatin, I think it's working. Thank God. Nobody needs to have blood pressure as high as I had. To be honest with you guys, I was pretty dang scared. I mean, scared enough that you know, I live directly across the street from a hospital. I mean, when you look at it, it tells you 900 feet from the entrance of the hospital. And I was so scared that I actually called an ambulance to come get me. It's not a green pill. It's like a off yellow. It's 50 milligrams.
Okay, sorry, girl. It took me more than a minute. I stood up and knocked my Sprite into the
Oh
floor,
no. Oh no.
which sucks because I just mopped my floor today. So I'll have to remop it.
That sucks. Okay, so I took it and it was 135 over 74. That is way better than what it
That's a
was.
hell of a lot better than what it was. I don't know.
That's a lot better than dang 200. That's for sure.
I mean, I hate to say it like this, but girl, you got angels looking out for you somewhere
Well,
because that was fucking high. I was surprised that they were like, okay, well, your doctor's gonna, you know, take care of this anyway. And I was like, damn.
I know, and here I was upset that a 900 feet ride is going to cost me $250, and
That's
then
crazy.
and then how much my hospital bill is going to be for me being there.
Right.
I'm like, but it's worth it because, you know, you never know what.
Well, you needed to go. I mean, you definitely needed to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, Nana for life. You be careful. Be careful going, and we're all there with you.
oh,
I
you talking about the Bailey
Yeah,
Town
they're going to
Festival?
Baileyton.
Is it
To
Bailey Ton or Bailey Town?
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was Baileyton.
I don't know. I don't know. Hope it's good weather though.
Yeah, definitely.
I saw Toaster made a post that she got all the fans done. She made fans out of the missing. She did the Summer
Oh,
World
how the
missing thing.
posters?
Yes, but she made little ones, and she attached the sticks to them. So she made fans,
Oh,
and
cool.
that's what she's going to give out.
I still need to email Kathy, the friend, about getting one of her little bags.
Yes,
I would love to have one of those. I just it just keeps slipping my mind
I wonder if Kathy,
to
the
email
friend's
her.
going to be there.
I thought it would be a great idea if her and Toaster got together and maybe she would at least, give her some of her bags or something
Uh huh.
to hand out there.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But her and Nana are going to hook up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, Nana for Life's gonna be there, so.
yeah, that'll
And
be
I
nice.
also, can you guys understand why why Candace maybe wouldn't want to go? Can you guys see that at all? Because,
I can't. I'm sorry, I can't.
but I mean, and thank you, Cher. This is the thing. If she's really getting threats and unalive threats and stuff like that, I can kind of see why she wouldn't put herself out there like that.
I know. I get that. I understand. But I guess here's my thing. I would I would unalive myself if I didn't have my kid. I would go to the ends of the earth to do everything I could to help my kid. And that's obviously not the case with Candace.
Well,
Um,
I get what you're saying, Mrs. Peacock. But don't come for me, people. Who I guess publicly she hasn't shown us enough. I think a lot of people feel that way, that she just hasn't showed us, like with the hoax call with Mary, and you know how she stood up for Dawn like she did, and things like that. And we've just, this is my opinion, we've never seen her stand up for Summer like that.
right.
We've just
Right.
never seen her do that.
And that's why I'm conflicted about her not wanting to show up or not gonna go. um and I'm assuming that she's not gonna go, but I wish she would. I wish she would stand up.
Well, obviously, I don't know if they're still having the vigils, but she was going to those. So she was comfortable enough at the beginning to go to the vigils with Robin. Usually they were with Robin, if I'm not mistaken. That was
Oh,
Cher from Voices Behind the Wall, Tony. And thank you for coming and hanging out.
yeah. Hi, Tony.
Tony's new. Let's welcome Tony
Welcome,
Light.
Tony. Welcome to the
Welcome,
channel.
welcome. But no, you know what? I always said, when something would happen to Benny and he would be in jail, pray for him. So that's what I'm going to tell everybody to do for White Boy, is pray for White Boy. I just
Excuse me.
I just got a little tickled when you know Andrew, it seemed like he was going to really go in on White Boy, and then his heart just kind of turned to mush. And like I said, I turned around and I turned back around, and he had her cash up there. So
Tony, are you related to the lights?
that lady was using such wonderful words, lots of laughs. Okay. Alrighty.
Lots of laughs. I don't see that.
Tony, you're probably talking about me. I say fuck all the time, okay? That was probably me. I'm the cusser. I like to cuss. I like to say fuck. It's in my title that I do say cursy words, so I get everybody prepared for it. That's all I can say about that. Sorry. Sorry.
Laugh out loud. You said lots of laughs. Okay, I
Laugh
get
out
it.
loud.
Laugh out loud.
What are we laughing out loud about, True Colors? True colors shining through. Don't get me singing. I can't sing. I can't. I won't.
I liked that song until they started using it for a commercial. And after they
Oh,
started
yeah.
using it for a commercial, it got on my nerves so bad.
I was watching, I like to go back and watch the concert that they did for Taylor Hawkins, Foo Fighters. The
Oh,
drummer,
yeah.
he passed away.
Yeah.
And it is so cool because his youngest son actually goes up and plays the drums. Laugh out, LOL. I know what LOL is. What do you mean, like yours do? I don't get what you're saying, True Colors.
They like yours. You say lots of laughs. That's what they're talking about.
Lots of laughs.
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody said LOL earlier, and you said you read it. You
Oh, and
read
I
it.
said lots of laughs.
Yes.
I know, Mrs. Peacock. I love the flu fly.
Foo Fighters.
Okay. Did you comprehend what I said? I got tongue twisted there for a minute. The Foo Fighters. Oh, I know, AC. Shay had a great live earlier. I really like watching Shay too. And Lip Locked. Lip Lock could be, I'm not sure when she's doing her live, but I think she got everything fixed. So yeah, the flu fighters. Yeah. I don't know if I would have got on YouTube and talked so freely about having gastroenteritis.
Yeah.
I mean,
And having to go to the bathroom a lot. Yeah. And I'm
I was
being
like,
nice.
I think I need to get my Lysol out here. That's what it made me feel like. I needed the Lysol.
Miss Justice said the Flu Fighters.
The flu fighters.
I told you that I went to a Foo Fighters concert. I got kicked out of it because I was throwing Mentos, the candy Mentos.
Why the fuck were you throwing Mentos?
Because that song they have, oh, you're going to make me sing it. I talk about anything but you. I fell into that song.
No, I don't know that song.
Anyways, that song is used in a commercial for Mentos.
Oh.
And it got real popular for that. So me and a friend of mine brought a whole purse full of Mentos, and we were throwing them on stage and got kicked out.
Oh man, I miss going to concerts. It's just too many people for me now.
I know
You know.
my husband's going to be in concert in October at Deer Creek.
Really?
Yes, and I can't go.
Girl, that's where when I took my daughter to see Alanis Morissette, that's where she seen her, was at Deer Creek.
I love Alanis Morissette.
I love Deer Creek.
Yeah, I saw Pearl Jam at Deer Creek. I was maybe 5 rows from the stage, and I thought I was going to pass out. I just straight thought I was going to pass out.
Yeah, we went let's see, what was it called? I can't even remember now because they changed the name of it so many times. But luckily, we were out in the grass area, and I brought a blanket, and we just hung out and listened to Alanis rock out.
And when there's a good concert, when there's a good concert out there that you can sit in the grass and enjoy the partying and the people watching out in the grass, it's fun. But
Girl, I'll
sometimes,
never forget. I worked over at 71st and Benford, which for anybody who don't know Indianapolis, it's for me where I live, it's a ways over. So I used to have to drive there every day.
yes,
And they were having I think it was a fish concert. And these people who followed that band were just like the Deadheads,
uh
right? And these people would put up tents even alongside the interstate to go to that concert.
huh.
And the day of the concert, I was at work and I was like, I'm leaving early today because I'm not sitting for hours in this traffic
Were they
just
all
because
backed
these
up all the way
people,
there?
oh yeah, they
Oh
was backed
wow,
up.
yeah, because that's where 465, right there. Yeah, I know where you're talking about.
Yeah, me
Um,
too, AC. I don't think I could I can't bebop around like I used to. I'm a little too old.
I know. Now, I mean, I'm 56 years old, and if I didn't have the back problem that I have now, I'd definitely be going to see Pearl Jam. You know, I would.
Yeah,
I'll
I
pay.
like Pearl Jam too.
I'll pay the $260 a ticket, and $260 for the ticket. That is through the 10 Club. I could have got fan tickets through there because I'm in the fan club, but I just there's no way I'd be able to even walk from the parking lot up to the venue. I
Oh,
can't do that
thank you,
anymore.
crazy chicken lady. I love seeing you in here.
Yeah, see you later.
I was gonna make you a mod, crazy chicken lady. I didn't know if you'd want to be one or not. Looking in chat, had to replay AC comment about Metallica. My friends all talk crap to Metallica fans at Lollapalooza.
um, I can't do Metallica because um, if you're from Indianapolis, you would know this. There's a radio station that for I know 10, 12 years in a row, they would have mandatory Metallica every night at 10 o'clock. And they would play nonstop Metallica. And because they did that, it burnt me out on Metallica. And I just,
um,
yeah.
Crazy chicken lady, I'm gonna make you a mod. If you don't want to be one, um, just let me know and I'll take you off. Nothing personal.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I made her a mod, and if she doesn't want to be, she can tell me. I will not
Okay.
be upset if she decides against it. Wee Scottish mom said, Crazy chicken lady, you'll look good in blue, girl.
Yes, you'll wear them blue pants proud.
Heck yeah. I know. As soon as I get to 1,000 subs, you guys, I definitely am going to hook my mods up with their dang some shorts or something. That way when I go live they can wear their shirts
There
proudly.
you go.
Flies, I love you, girl. I'm
Yeah,
praying for you.
she was in here earlier.
Yeah, she popped in earlier. She popped in and then she popped back out. And that's all right. That's how we roll over here. People come in and then they go out.
Oh, there she is.
And most of them do it on their own. Usually we don't have a lot of trolls like that at all. They'll come in and I'll be like, why are you here? go away. And they usually leave on their own. I don't know why they were talking about, yeah, because I did not show anybody's video on my channel today.
Well, and they were trying to say you were going to get copy struck
Yeah, copyright struck.
for talking
The only
about your
thing
own
I
video.
showed, the only video I showed was Andrew. Andrew's not going to copyright strike me.
No.
Andrew knows. Everybody knows when I pick on people, it's because I have a soft spot in my heart for them.
Fly said you love it when she trolls you.
Yeah, when you troll me, Flies, I'm all good in the hood on you.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, girl.
I love it.
I know. It's really weird for me because I was waiting to see if Lip Lock was going to go live because I won't go live, if somebody that I really like is live too, because then I'm like, why am I going to go live when I really want to be watching that other person anyway?
Right.
So I always try to watch out. And then Lip Lock was having a little bit of trouble with her stuff, and so I was like, I was going to go live at 3. I just didn't want to be disrespectful to you.
I'm glad you changed your time.
Yeah, I am too.
We just can't go a day without you. You know that.
Oh, you're too sweet. You're so sweet. You better watch out. Flies is going to come over there and land on
She
you.
sure will.
She will land right on your sweet butt.
Oh, Lord.
But no, it was beautiful out today. Me and my son walked to the store and kind of just, let me tell you how my son is. And he would probably just knock me silly if he heard me talking about this. There was I don't know what it was, some kind of a worm or something on the sidewalk. And the ants were attacking it. And it was still alive. It was trying to get away from the ants. And I'm walking and I turn around and I'm like, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm going to save it. He saved it from the ants.
Oh.
He brought it the rest of the way home and put it out in the woods.
Oh.
I was like, that's my son. He's got a heart of gold.
He saved it from the ants.
Yeah, she's got a video out, Miss Justice. I don't know if she did it this morning or not. I was watching a channel last night, one of the ones, and only time I comment, that was put up on screen, then someone showed their boobie.
What?
She said that she was on a channel. She made a comment. The creator pinned her comment, and then somebody showed their boob.
Oh my gosh.
Well, girl, let me tell you, mostly it's guys trying to show their wankers. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're really lucky on that part.
That's wild that a girl would do that.
That's craziness.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before.
Yeah.
Not that I want to, but.
Yeah. Yeah, mostly it's guys for some reason.
Jeez.
And the porn bomb and stuff.
Yeah, what's up with that? I mean,
I kind of got lost on the Daisy, was going off saying that Justin gave rap money to come and porn bomb her and stuff. And then turned around and somebody was like, oh, Rap, you did a great job on Daisy's channel. And I was like, she had him up on panel. I don't get it.
Yeah, she had Rap up on panel.
I was like, why would you do, I don't know. Look, I cannot guess what's going through that woman's head half the time. I don't want to be in that head trying to figure it out. That's for sure. AC said it was a bit funny. There was my name and face and some lady's boobies.
Teresa said showing boobs can get you out of traffic jams sometimes.
Oh, he was on Jankies last night. I never talked about rap or nothing. He was on PG's too. What the fuck? He's just a popular little guy, isn't he?
He's a panel hoe.
He's a fan of. No, I never watched him or anything. I heard um some rather disturbing things about him, and I never paid no attention to the guy at all. I was like, not my cup of tea. You guys know
Right.
I'm not really into that drama shit anyway, so I
No.
just never paid that much attention to it. All right, we got 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I had to come home from the store and put my damn compression socks on.
Did you? Hey, Terry. Welcome. Hello, Terry. Goodbye, Terry. That was some funny stuff. I was cracking up. Yeah, somebody told me I should go watch it, that it was pretty funny too.
The heck?
I don't know, y'all.
Oh, Mrs. Peacock said, but no one else is live. Don't
But
go.
everybody, today's live, most of it was for entertainment purposes. The other half was for educational purposes.
There you go.
So we got a little bit of both today.
Yeah, if you leave it up for a little while, I'll go back. And
Oh yeah, I didn't do. I mean, there's nothing why I should have to privatize it. I wouldn't think.
yeah. No,
You
I don't
know,
think so.
I mean, Andrew cracks me up, you guys. Andrew cracks me up.
I can't believe he said what he said.
I know. I'm like, dude. That's why I said, well, that's a wide topic, and that.
Girl.
It just cracks me up. Cracks me up.
That's
But
a
no,
wide
I'm
topic.
looking forward to going over and talking with Cher some more tomorrow night. It is really.
What time is her live?
She said it was I think 7 her time, 8 o'clock Central,
Okay.
somewhere around there.
Okay.
So, and it's definitely a weekend for me, so I won't have to worry about it. I mean, definitely Todd usually works 6 days a week, but not on Sundays. He's usually home on Sundays. Or
Yeah.
thank you, Vic. And I apologize again, mods, that, there were all them trolls in here. Thank you, Eve. You always do a wonderful job. All you guys do.
Well, I just got stoned and I missed it.
Yeah, you missed it.
Yeah. Dang groceries.
Uh,
But you got good mods. I'm glad they took care of them.
yeah, they were busy for sure.
Dang.
But no, the only reason I kind of showed what was going on with White Boy
Terry, I missed it too.
was because I knew definitely that he was in jail. But I understood how his wife felt. Because like I said, when they did that to Todd didn't have not a freaking one idea that his license was suspended. They had never contacted him, nothing.
And did
Never
they take
told
him
him
to
nothing.
jail?
No, but they wouldn't let him drive the truck home.
That's bullshit.
So they did tow the freaking truck, and we had to pay all that money to get the truck and stuff out.
That's what I'm a little concerned about my son now, because his registration was up in August. His plates were or August 16th or whatever day it was, and he hasn't gotten them yet.
He needs to get them.
Well, he said that he got them the other day. He bought them online, but then he realized, oh no, they've still got our old address. So
Well, did he
his
call and
registration's,
tell him?
he said he was going to call yesterday, and then he got busy at lunch. When he was at work, he got busy at lunch and couldn't call. And I'm like,
Yeah, he
man,
definitely doesn't want his registration and shit going to somebody else.
yeah, because it's just a peel off sticker. Somebody's gonna take that sticker.
Right.
And I don't. They probably
Bye,
don't.
Cheryl. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, Cheryl, you have to come
Appreciate
back.
you.
Yeah, Cheryl, come back, because I heard somebody say earlier that you were a paranormal investigator,
Yes.
and that would be interesting. So you need to come back and talk, girl.
Yeah, I love the paranormal investigators and stuff. That's right up my freaking alley.
Would you put
For
your
sure.
you put your link back out?
Terry wants it.
Oh,
For
okay.
me,
What's up, Terry?
remain calm. Got to tell you how to say g'day.
Good day.
That's better.
Good day,
G'day.
Tracy.
No, you don't. You don't.
Terry.
You don't get the good in. You just go g'day.
Good
Good
day.
day.
Sounds
Yep.
like bidet.
Good day.
G'day.
I said good day, Tracy, because I was looking at Tracy Jones's name. Bye,
G'day,
Tracy. Come back anytime, honey. For sure.
Good day, mate.
Yep. You can't get the good in. It's just the G sound.
Good day. Yeah, you're right. Good day. Well, good
You're
night.
welcome, Cheryl. Definitely come back again, Cheryl. I don't I have many lives where it starts out being one thing and we kind of change it up into different things. So today was just a day. We were gonna have fun and everything, but it was a good live having Cher
Yeah.
up here. It was really good.
Yeah, Cheryl, please come back. We're interested in hearing about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't. My paranormal nightmare. They usually do Thursdays and Fridays. I haven't watched this week yet. I love them
Okay.
three guys.
And
They
that's the
are
name of the
something.
channel?
Paranormal nightmare. Yeah.
Okay.
They actually want to do an investigation on Ben Hill.
Oh, not me. I don't want to do an investigation on Ben
No,
Hill.
Paranormal Nightmare do.
I
Josh
don't.
mentioned it in a live that he did.
Well, they're not going to let him do that. I don't see that
He said
happening.
he's trying to get the parents to cooperate.
Yeah, they're not going to let him do that.
Like spontaneous combustion.
Yeah, I just don't. They're not going to let Josh and them up there. I wish they would, because if they were going to let any paranormal team up there, the paranormal nightmare team, Josh, his brother Rocky, and Sean, they're so respectful of people. I think if anybody was going to be allowed to do it, that they be the ones, that if Dawn and Candace would let them do it, that, yeah, they'd be the ones to do it. But I just don't think, I don't think that's going to happen.
What's the special series they do when they go out looking for missing people?
It's where they use their EVP to, they
Yeah,
use
they've got a special name for the one that they go out and do that for.
yeah, I'm trying to think of what it is.
Series.
Chasing Evil.
That's it.
I believe it's Chasing Evil.
Yeah.
Had to reply about. Oh, okay. Alrighty.
Right. Well,
Yes,
I'm
Alrighty.
gonna
they
hop
are
down.
flies.
Yeah, they're from Ohio.
Me too. I just wanted to get up and say hello and tell you how to say g'day.
Good
Well,
eye.
thank you. Good day.
Okay,
Good day, girl.
I'm hopping down.
All right,
Goodbye.
miss you, girl. Bye.
All right. Oh, Lord, a lot of unalived, unhappy farm critters. But AC, they're always unhappy over there. Don said he don't believe in psychics, but yet at one point he talked about a woman talking about Summer sitting on a swing and saying something like, tell my daddy I love him. It was really weird. That was some really weird stuff. You guys know usually when I do this, do my little roasting lives that I don't leave them up. There's no sense to, but Cher come over and had some great conversation with me. I'm going to leave it up so everybody can check it out and see what's up. See what's up. But no, Doug, karma bit him in the ass. And this time it took a big, big chunk. You know, at first it was just nibbling it a little bit. It was like, let me nibble on you a little bit. And then they were like, dude, we're going to bite you in the butt. Can we think the same way about white boys? Sure we can. Sometimes, you know, I think it was an excellent point that when people are talking about Summer's case specifically, that the, you know, the bullshit just get put to the side. Like Cher said, if we all met each other face to face, and it's my opinion too, it would be a completely different scenario. A completely different scenario. Strange, Don doesn't believe in psychics yet, he believes in dreams. That's what I kind of got, Teresa, out of that. You doubt he'll be back again? Oh, Doug, I don't know. I mean, people didn't think he'd be back again, and here he come. He was back again. He's like a tick. You can pull it out, but the head stays there. And it itches and drives the fuck out of you. Just wait. Cheryl said, just wait. Just wait. Oh, karma. Yeah. That's why even when I talk about things, I get it. I can see things, you know. I try not to be tunnel visioned on stuff and try to understand real life things that go along with it. He's like a hemorrhoid, always comes back. Well, this is the way I've always felt about Doug. I mean, he at times would allow people up on his panel and he would disrespect them so bad. He would just be so disrespectful to them. He best go get him a job. Well, I don't know. I felt horrible for him when his dog passed away. I really did. That was really sad when his dog passed away. And he lost his channel at the same time. I mean, that's pretty messed up. He did have good content at times about Summer's case. He sure did. Will not begrudge him that. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Pets can be like family. They can. They can. And he had his sons and, it seemed like things wasn't going too bad along that line. And you can't never take for granted, how can I put this? You can't never take for granted the gifts that God gives you. And I felt at a certain point that You know, Doug did have a gift, but he didn't stay humble. And you have to remain humble. JSB said 7 minutes from 110. You can turn left or right at 110 and go up about 7 minutes, and it will figuratively take you to the same place. You can turn left or right at 110, go about 7 minutes. Is she talking about maybe going around in a circle? Yeah, you can explain it to me later, AC. All right, like I said, hey Boo Sheet, Xena with Fire. Whatever we talked about today wasn't done to be malicious or anything like that. For sure, if you guys want to help out, you know, White Boy, his wife's channel, I said what it was called, and I feel bad because I can't remember what it was called. But you know, she seems like she needs some support right now. I don't know necessarily monetary support because she did say, if I remember correctly, that she was not asking people for money, is what she said. People do it themselves when they put their real lives out on YouTube, and then they can't understand when um, someone wants to take a little part of their real lives and run with it, or, you know, say things about it. If you don't want your real life put on YouTube, then um, that's up to you not to put your real life out on YouTube. Some things, if you keep personal, you don't have to worry about people attacking them, right? Thank you, Squirrely Girl. All right, you guys, I'm getting my butt off of here. And maybe next weekend we'll do a late night live. Okay. And Andrew, Andrew, Andrew. You're just funny, Andrew. I know. And other people may not agree with me, but Andrew does have a heart. Okay. There is a heart in there. I can guarantee you. He does have a heart. So, like I said, you know, if you want to go help out White Boy's situation, that's up to you guys. Okay. You guys know how I am over here. We're pretty easy going, and, you know, but over here, I believe in karma big time. Has anyone called to see what he's in for? Boo Sheet, he got picked up for driving with a suspended driver's license. Which, you guys, I have to say, I agree with his wife. That is really fucked up. You know, that's what she's saying. They picked him up for a suspended driver's license. And I don't know. That just seems so minute to me that that they would fuck his life up over that. I don't know. I kind of agree with some of the things she was saying for sure, you guys. It is all sad. But you got to remember, you got to kind of watch how you treat people and what you say about people. Like I said, I believe in karma 1,000%. So I'm getting off of here now. Okay. I'm getting off. My OCD's here. So if I don't get off now, I'm going to be on here for another half hour. And I got stuff to do. I got to mop my floor again because my dumb ass got up out of my chair and knocked over a Sprite. There was my karma for the day. Whatever I did, that was my karma for the day. So, yeah, you guys pop over to Cher's tomorrow evening. Ooh, 7:20. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. I do appreciate you guys. You know that. Each and every one of you. I appreciate for sure. Thank you again, mods, for thank you, Cheryl, for dealing with what you had to deal with today. Somebody was like, hey, if you got trolls, then you're moving up in the YouTube world. Well, the only reason I don't like trolls is because of my mods and my subs. We don't deserve trolls over here. My mods do not deserve trolls, and my subs do not need trolls. Okay? Bottom line. So, but definitely everybody come back again. I will definitely not be doing a live tomorrow. And like I said, I'm going to go hang out with Cher tomorrow evening. Should be very, very interesting. You know, I appreciate talking to Cher because it doesn't matter what I ask her or she asks me. We can have a really good conversation about it. And that means a lot. Oh, thank you, Vic. Thank you so much, Vic. Okay, you guys have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, I will definitely do a live on Sunday. I'm just not sure what time. And on Sunday, I will be picking up on my transcriptions where I left off from yesterday's live. And that was Chris McDonough speaking with Don Wells. So hopefully you guys will want to pop back in on Sunday and hear a little bit more of that. So thank you everybody so much. I'm going now. I'm really going. Have a great night. It don't cost a dime to be kind. If you gotta get a little feisty, you guys go right ahead and do it. I'm getting ready to get feisty with my fucking floor and the Sprite that's on it, so I don't stick to my floor every time I go to walk. So thank you guys so much. You guys know I appreciate you. Thank you, AC. You guys really have a great night. My email's out there. If you need to email me, please feel free to do so. Conversations that I have with people do not get repeated on YouTube. I just want to let you guys know that, okay? They do not get repeated. If you send me something that I might use on the channel, I will always ask you. I will always get permission to show something if you guys think it's interesting or something, but I will always ask permission to do that. I do not do it. I just don't do it. That's just not me. But I appreciate you all so much. So good night. Good night, y'all. Peace out. Be good.